into the castle itself.
Do these people look like they'd be upset if I used animate dead on like my skeleton in my pouch?
I would say that you are heading into the castle
of a very powerful
of technically royalty. Because
so
the Countess, this is a person of authority, and especially over the Cloud Giants, you need to be very careful about what you do. It may be taken the wrong way, and you don't know how Cloud Giants interact. The last time you've seen Cloud Giants treat humans was at Nightstone, when they dropped boulders from the sky as if it was nothing.
Can I ask this guy a question while we're walking down the hallway?
You may attempt it.
I see you all are quite magical beings. I just had a question in regards to your outlooks on magic.
His head kind of turns for a moment, but he doesn't respond to you. And he's still walking. So, like, he looks in your direct, like, kind of back. He doesn't look at you, but he looks back. You notice that, but he doesn't respond.
Do you believe that there's forbidden magic, or of maybe you call it something different?
At this point, you guys have gotten to the front doors of Armaal. He puts one hand up to the door to get to open it, and before he puts that force in, your question kind of catches him, and he just nestles the hand upon the door. You maggots in your lust for power. And he pushes the door open.
I only seek to protect the ones that I care about, and myself.
He pulls the other door open. And he doesn't look at you, he looks over you. And kind of looks out towards the endless cloud expanse. The Ant always believe it to work for the colony. And yet every time a new queen can take place, it does. And as everyone begins to enter, he goes to the doors, pulls them in, and just these loud, you are not worthy of the power you can attain. You never have been. The gods have forsaken the lands where they gifted it to you. And he continues to walk to a... as this initial entrance brings you into a wooden area you were not fully expecting. A lot of stonework, you imagined it to kind of match the interior. But in the initial entrance to Armaal, it feels very homely. And he brings you through a series of rooms. You may speak in just a second as you guys are going through that. He brings you through a series of rooms before he brings you to a staircase. So as you guys are walking through this initial hallway, he is going to go ahead and lead you through a storeroom. So you see as he enters through, the room is packed with these very oversized, from your comparison, crates. A variety of different types of, obviously, contents are going to be held within. And he exits out of that room onto a port battery. So you're officially on one of those platforms that you could have decided to have landed upon and had chosen not to. Now, this battery is armed with a series of ballista. There's 3 in total that you can see. There's 2 stone pillars that support the ceiling, because there's layers, obviously, to this. And there is a staircase that climbs up from here. There's 1 cloud giant armed with weaponry standing outside in this open area. Now, at this point, you'll have had enough time. You may ask your question, and we'll say it's throughout that.
What makes you believe that your kind is more worthy?
He closes the door behind you to the storeroom as you guys are entering into the storeroom. Again, he doesn't look at you at all. He is always looking over you or around you. I could step on you and you squash. You could bleed all over the floor and be nothing more than a quick clean. And he opens the next door. And because of that, it's not fair for the grasshopper to have abilities that far exceed that of the dragon. Your capacity is undeserved. And he closes the door behind you, and then you're outside into the rampart.
If what you believe true strength to be in only physical form, then I think that's what makes you weak, my friend.
Ha! He laughs, verbally, loudly. When all is said and done, You will eat those words. The Cloud Giants are getting ready to take upon a mantle that they have never had before. The Storm King will be deposed by the King in the Sky, or should I say, the Queen of the Clouds. When a new order is imposed, this world will be vastly different, and the way that we've interacted with your puny insects will change. That, he looks directly at you, and that I assure you of.
As I've come to know, clouds all end up dissipating in the end.
And yet they bring with them a furious storm, and only to go to another place and wreak the same danger. Does not the hurricane start small before destroying entire countrysides?
You are merely the cloud, not the storm.
We are the storm.
So get this, right?
He continues to bring you up. And onto the second platform, you exit out to another rampart. This is another one of those platforms you could have landed on. And in this particular area, where he is currently guiding you through, because there's a lot of options, specifically as to where he can go ahead and take you. And I want to try to see what would be the best pathway that he would choose based on what is available to him. For you. You'll have a brief moment if you guys wish, as you guys are walking up the stairs, to maybe say some things amongst yourself. Our fearless leader. If there's anything you want to discuss with your team before you meet the Countess.
Our leader's fucking scared.
Probably.
These guys are big.
Hey, big guy. The sun's getting real low.
Are you gonna say anything to us, leader?
This guy talks a lot of shit, but I'm pretty sure I've killed like 6 of those things at least.
Okay. I know exactly where he's
Right,
heading
Doesn't
next.
have what we have.
Like, how many giants have we all killed? A lot?
You guys are now at the top of the platform. Overhearing you, if you say how many giants have we killed, a lot, this individual is going to overhear you. We have heard of your exploits. The giants you've killed were filth, nothing more.
They look the same as you.
If you dare to make another insult, to name us after the filth of Gorlantor, you will meet the ground faster than you can scream.
I mean, you could try, but I got the protection of Tyr on my back. So.
Your god is not present.
When was the last time you prayed?
Prayers to your false gods do nothing.
Pick your god. But you should say your prayers.
We're blinded by your stupidity. Your
They're numbered.
foolishness is present. And most of them are powerless. He opens the next door
If he could kill us, he would have done it already.
and guides you. I have been commanded not to.
Exactly. See?
He guides you down a hallway and into a large audience chamber. This audience chamber, it's an opulent hall featuring lapis lazuli tile work and murals depicting castles in the
I do
clouds,
like that shit.
as well as cloud giants chasing silver dragons while riding upon the rocks. Those massive birds that, one of which you've seen with storm giant riding atop it recently. You see golden sky chariots drawn by griffins. Marble bleachers hug the walls near the entrance, across from which stands an ornate alabaster throne, inlaid with gemstones. Guarding the throne on either side are 2 life-size statues of giants, one male, one female, standing at attention wearing helmets with feathered plumage, clutching mithril-tipped spears. Set into the floor in front of the throne is a 10-foot diameter circular hole, surrounded by decorative tiles of gold marble, white alabaster, and blue lapis lazuli. Standing at attention with their backs to this hole are 4 Aarakocra, these bird creatures, these bird men.
I just got everything.
Oh wait, these are literally
They
humanoids,
can
right?
fly.
Yes.
Yeah.
How are these things made?
The Aarakocra they seem alert, but they remain perfectly still.
Are they born in
The hole in the center of this room leads into the sky.
Yeah,
below.
that's what I thought, see? They're gonna push us up.
Sitting in the throne stands a giant
I don't like this whole.
whose appearance before you befits every title that you've heard thus far. Jagged, spiked armor that covers her torso and across one of her shoulders. Golden inlaid bands wrapping across both very dark gray arms. Clouds that encompass across like a wreath across her like the collarbone, across her feet, and even her hair. Her face is covered. Her face is covered at this moment. A mask, a very ornate looking mask, a white mask, which has a frown upon it. Both eye holes are open, so you can see these, no pupil, just bright colored eyes, just like a cloudy color of eyes that seem to kind of shift. The white mask has these gold, very ornate looking gold designs to it that streak across just the top half above the nose, just kind of circling and arcing around. But the mask's appearance is that of despair. It's sad. Standing on either side of her are two giants that look very much alike. In fact, you can mistake them for twins. They have this bright, like sky blue colored hair that wisps very cloud-like, like Countess Sansuri. They're younger, but they're giants, so they're still quite big. And one is male, one is female. The male gives off the impression of a warrior, or at least one in the making, whereas the female seems a bit more royal in her appearance and her posture, the way that she stands. You can see the warrior seems to be kind of like arms folded, sizing you up, kind of looking at both of you guys. There is also a fourth individual amongst these different types of giants, as well as just individual cloud giant guards that are in this room as well. Now, this other giant has kind of a sullen and stern look to him, and seems to be behind the throne and kind of off to the side a bit. He has slight armor on. Again, it's mithril inlaid, and he looks older than the young ones, but looks younger than the giant who has led you here. You're not sure what his relation is in terms of the grouping that you have here. The one who has led you in here gets down on one knee before the Countess, bows his head. She is sitting on her throne currently, with like her legs, with one leg over the other. She's leaning it at an angle.
We should bow.
And
I was gonna do that. Yeah.
she is looking. She's looking kind of like at her nails for just a brief moment, and just kind of inspecting.
Can I kneel? I want to kneel. I want to do whatever that giant did.
Yeah, can I do it like right when I saw the giant kneel?
Yeah. Kneel.
Just like out of respect, you know?
And in the second, and there's just a small puff of wind that just appears, like a ball of air that appears in her hand, and she kind of flutters it between her fingers for a moment. She looks down at the giant who has, in humility, bent the knee before her, and she kind of perks up just a bit, and she sends the puff of air towards him, and like a gentle hand, it picks up his chin, lifts it up to just like redirect his gaze, and she looks down at him in just kind of like that brief moment. You can't see what any facial features would be. The eyes don't, there's no change because the only you can see is just the eye color. Countess Sansuri says, Castellan, Cresaro, I have told you time and time, you need not bend the knee, not to me. Rise, and keep your watch. She looks at the two of you who have made it apparent that you're kneeling.
Nice.
You insult me with your presence.
Oh, what the fuck?
They all are racist.
Why just us, dude?
Bow or not bow?
It's probably because we're not like humans.
Yeah.
I'll stand up. I'll stand up.
You guys
over
got
there.
No, you guys have gotten the impression since you've been here that they just look down upon
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
Just us four?
No,
You
just
guys are tiny.
anyone
You guys are
small,
small folk.
They said ants,
You've
bro.
known that the giants don't view the small folk well. That's why they've been raiding villages and attacking people.
What are they using
There's
the
a
Aaron Crow
contemptness.
for?
That's a great question. It's
If
a very good question.
It-
before you have a chance to talk, because I'm sure the question is present, she continued. So, you insult me with your presence, and yet the clouds have told me that you are to arrive. In that brief moment before she continues, you hear a sound that reverberates throughout the castle. It catches you off guard and puts a very, I want to make it very clear, I hope it unsettles you. You've heard a dragon roar before, having had Imrith try to break into the eye of the Allfather.
Oh no.
This is the sound of a dragon in agony.
Hakon's riding it.
In utter
I know.
agony.
They're torturing
It
you,
is
dude.
pain,
We should free the
and
dragon
it sounds
every time.
beneath, obviously beneath where you are, but you hear it.
Alright. Beam me down, Scotty.
She continues. Allow your imposed presence to be swift. Varys, before I give you guys the chance to speak with the Countess, your passive perception catches something out the corner of your eye. There's an alcove in this room in which it appears as if they've tucked something away. This item, or granted, it could have been an item, seems to be a large purple stone.
Could my rat grab
Kind
it?
of like, no, it's massive.
Stone?
Large purple stone.
Grimace stone.
It's massive. And you believe in this immediate moment, due to your age, that this seems to be the fabled night stone.
What?
Oh shit, the one we were looking for at the very
Yeah.
beginning.
What does it do?
Well, that was the stone that was missing the first time.
Oh,
we
from the
went to it.
town, yeah.
You catch that out the corner of your eye. And now
How
you
far?
guys
How
have the
far?
chance.
How far?
It's tucked. It's tucked away.
Like distance?
Probably like 100 or so feet.
Yo, X-ray vision? What the
Because
fuck?
It is huge.
this building is big, so it doesn't seem like that big of a room for these giants. It's massive for you guys. But you officially have the chance to speak with Countess Sunsu.
I'm ready to run if I have to.
There's need for death, but what you're doing to that dragon is not alright.
Like,
What
stupid
I'm
you small
doing-
people.
That's not the
I feel like you're
bad
gonna try to throw
mindset.
Me,
some-
big
Dragon,
people.
I
They're gonna throw some to the pin,
don't
we're gonna
believe I
fight the
asked
dragon that's down.
for your insight onto that, nor
Let's
do I
change
care
it.
about your imposed morality.
It's like straight
You need
sky.
something
Oh.
from me that
Oh,
much
where's
is
the
of
dragon?
certainty,
Is
and
it
I don't get to
directly
make any
down
more
the
demands
floor?
outside of that.
I apologize. We're just here looking for the conch that's supposed to take us to the Storm King.
Why do you think I would bequeath that to you?
Because it's part of the prophecy that we were set on by a giant, and you seem
And
to
you
be.
think I?
You seem to be aware of it. You said so.
And you think that I care for the fulfillment of your prophecy?
I think that you care enough to abuse the prophecy to seat yourself in a higher position of power. He said so, and I want to point to the guy that walked us up here.
You're gonna get us in trouble.
Uh-oh. We're gonna get pushed.
Roll a deception check.
Castellan, yeah, roll a deception check at disadvantage.
What? But he did say that.
No, he did
No,
not.
Yes, he did. He said the storm or the cloud giants are gonna take a seat of power which they've never had before.
Right, but they're not abusing a prophecy.
Well, but he took it that way.
Well, yeah.
Is it deception if he truly believes it?
Can I get advantage?
No, it's because of the way that you're trying to push it off
To this person.
to this person.
I mean, she seems to know him.
Oh,
We barely fucking know him.
Oh man, dude. What is it? Deception? You said?
Yeah, don't worry. You have some inspiration stored up, don't you?
No. Alright, dude, here we go. I wanna oh,
Proficiency is
shoot.
plus
I dropped
3
it. Can
still,
you
right?
grab my dice? I dropped it. Shoot. Yeah, it's by your foot. Thank you,
Is the
dude.
proficiency still plus 3, Ethan?
Grazie.
It is still plus
Yeah.
3?
Yes.
Plus 4.
I think it's next time.
Hey!
What'd you
hey,
get? What'd you-
Confirm.
Holy
confirm.
Nat
fucking
20?
shit,
He
dude.
rolled a nat 20.
Dude, let's go,
Dude, good thing you
baby.
dropped it, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, you rolled a nat 20. What the
Pull the
fuck?
sweat off real quick.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
And that was at the disadvantage?
At disadvantage?
Oh, what a fucking
It's
tease.
not a flat roll.
You better
dude.
roll a fucking
No.
another nat 20,
no
bro.
way, dude.
No.
This is not looking looking
course
good,
it's not.
fellas.
Why would I do
For
that?
He's
tears.
not
For
looking
tears.
good, fellas.
Oh, what the
Oh,
fuck?
Man, dude.
Use the inspiration.
I don't have one, dude.
Use your lucky feet, dude.
I don't have the lucky feet.
God
Bro,
damn
happy
it.
feet.
Happy.
Alright, dude. With disadvantage, it's an 8. Darn
That's
it.
terrible.
That's so sad.
She screams at us.
Nah, she's gonna be like, well, I don't know. She's either gonna get really upset about that or something.
I'm so sorry.
But all right, hang on. I gotta be ready.
Yes, you do.
God damn it, dude.
Does she smack him with her
Whoa,
pinky?
whoa,
She do
hey,
the lightning.
Prepare action dodge.
She doesn't do lightning. She's a cloud giant. They think they're all like the storm
Oh,
giants.
right.
Right,
They're
she's just
silly little cloud giants. They're not
like-
storm
You can tell
giants.
that's
wind
weird.
inside of you.
I already told it to the
blow you
last
up,
guy,
wind inside
because
you.
he made a comment about them being the storm,
Did
and
he
I
do
said
that?
you're merely the cloud, not the storm.
Like theoretically, if she pumps you full of air, you would pop like a balloon.
Yeah, if you let her fucking pump you full of air.
Well, what if you don't
I
have a
need
choice?
you.
How's she?
I need you to
grapples
make a
you?
contested
Whoa.
athletics check for me real quick.
What?
Whoa, holy
You're about to-
moly, dude. Oh, man.
That's like trying to out contest the fucking Jolly Green Giant. Dude. You're gonna
Did
lose.
you eat your spinach?
11.
Okay.
I got one nat 20, dude, and everything else is bad. Oh, no.
You used your luck on your first roll at the beginning of.
Wait. Don't I get... Do I get advantage on that check or no?
I don't think you. It's just athletics roll. You're not raging. You're not hack on.
I know, but...
You're not hack on.
Countess Samsuri, the
That
movement,
hacks, dude.
the movement is tempestuous. What I mean by it's quick and is frightening. She stands up with a fury
This is gonna
that
suck.
you have not seen, and it is one that I hope for the three of you compels you.
She's like, stop.
That's like
Her
flying
hand
ass over
is, and with a sudden whoosh of wind, you see an arcane hand get conjured right around you as she casts Bigby's hand. It grapples you, picks you up, brings you to the center of this circle, and holds you there.
Yo.
She walks up to the edge of the circle, ignoring the three of you. She looks at you. The only thing that's visible is your head, as your entire body's held in.
Do it.
If you disrespect the good graces of my hospitality, your god will be shown how weak he is.
Don't.
Because gravity,
Oh, I'm gonna get pissed now, dude.
Don't
She's talking shit about Tyr,
Bro, she's holding you over a pit.
gravity
Don't
will
do
do a
it.
work that you wish your god could undo.
Dude,
The god of hammers
I
cares
feather
little
fall.
for the powers that exist in this world and is bound by them. Test me in this.
Just saying.
Turns, ignores you completely.
Does
she
the
put him
There,
snake
there is
not kill the man?
quite
I think
evidently
it does.
a fury that has been present.
Does she put him back?
No, she keeps him there. She will keep him there until she decides what to do.
Wait, do I get to make like checks to escape
Nope,
on my turns, or
you don't want to escape. If you escape, you fall.
Yeah.
There's not enough room for you to jump over.
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question. Does my what I could reasonably know is like an experienced paladin of like the Holy Order that like pixie dust makes you fly, or is that meta knowledge?
That's not meta knowledge, but you have it as
Peter
an
Pan.
item. You have the I believe you have the pack of pixie.
I have like 4.
Is that in your?
Uh-huh. It's in my backpack, yeah.
So you could fly?
We could all fly.
Yo, you don't.
So
yo,
you could do
hold
this.
over the fucking
you,
pit.
You
What
could
the fuck
do this.
is
I know,
I
I
would
know.
just be careful about doing that.
I just it's like if I make the check, is it
Okay,
optional?
I just don't have to tell you that you are at risk of death. Just be careful
But
if that's what you
if
want
I
to do.
make the check and I can escape, is that optional, or is it if I make the check and pass, I escape? Or like if I fail the check, does she know I tried to escape?
Well, yeah, they would watch you
Okay.
break free.
All right, then I don't want to.
Don't worry, we got
I
your
don't want to
back,
fight
dude.
back or nothing yet. I'm just gonna sit there, like a scared puppy dog.
If you.
I kind of whimper.
Yeah, she looks. She's got her back turned to you. She steps up back to the throne, and she's just looking at the throne. You can see one of the younger cloud giants. Mommy, drop in. We haven't seen someone fall
Hey!
in quite some time.
Hey, that's not nice.
You can see the twin, the female, looks over. And goes, all you want to do is see things get dropped through the center hole, huh? You are dull, a bore. Looks over. I don't even know what that is! But I'm not it! With a quick word. Silence! Both of you. We are in court. You will do it a respect. You see both of them. Yes, mother. You hear the dragon's agonizing roar again.
What does it sound like?
Pain.
Can you make the sound?
No. No, I cannot. Because I won't make a sound that fills you with dread. I will make a sound that will make you laugh and ruin the moment.
I would help, but
understand. You've graciously welcomed us into
Good.
your castle, and I apologize for our friends' disrespect.
Your presence is a disrespect. You need more than just a slight apology.
Well, I believe
money.
that if you are able to aid us, we might be able to take out
He's all our gold.
other giants that are opposing you.
And you think I need you to do that?
The snake kills the man.
Let me ask you this. Have you spent your entire life based on the imposed will of others? You don't get to break free of a choice. You have a set role, and it is as you are expected to do. When you know there is more for you, but you are robbed of it, and you are robbed of any desire to manifest it. Have you lived that life? Has your puny kind even let that be?
I believe you seem to think that you are the only person or
Just use that as
creature
leverage,
that has
yeah.
lived that life because of you being a giant and a cloud giant with your position, but I say, as a necromancer, I can relate to a lot of the same things that you feel, but throughout the city. Do you think that I am welcomed and accepted? Do you think that purely because everyone looks down at me for what I am, that I believe that I am incapable because of that? No, I believe in my magic, whether some might call it dark arts or spit on me for it. What I'm doing, I can do for what I believe is righteous, and I believe there.
She
Righteous.
laughs. She
You
laughs
can't say
audibly
righteous.
when
I'm trying.
when you say righteous. You meddle with strands of power that defy the natural order of the world and dare to call yourself
Like
righteous. That is the problem with your ilk. Your vainglorious and self-bloatedness has only ever seethed through your grasp for power, yet your ignorance is a veil so thick that it covers your head presently. It is just an externalization of an issue with your kind. And yet, there's a truth to what you say. You do know. And yet, you do not see you are so far from it. The ordning has been shattered. You think I care to help you refix it? Why? So that King Hecaton can be brought back onto his high graces with the Allfather? No. Why would I even bother? The Cloud Giants have nestled under his imposed rule for too long. Now we have the power to take what is our right.
There it is.
And we will. So why would I need you to help me do it? That
Because-
only proves to the Allfather that we are undeserving. We don't need your help. What I need from you is to get off of my cloud.
Do you plan on killing innocent?
I will take every undeserving life that I must to show the world who is rightful to rule it. And what better than that which soars across its heavens? We will descend like angels, but angels of death.
Can I have a spell slot prepared, or for if she releases the grasp on him, because I don't know I don't know Pixie does. I don't know he has it
Sure.
to cast Featherfall on him. Would I be able to do that? Let me see if it has range or something.
I mean, you wouldn't need to...
If he
Yeah, you would need to kind of prepare it, but the issue is that it casts the spell in the process of preparing it. I will know that you're doing that in the meantime. I believe you probably would have enough time to cast it, so I'm not going to hold that against you.
Okay.
So, because the issue that you run into is if you prepare it, you have to cast it and then wait for the trigger. And if it doesn't happen technically in the round, it fizzles out. But she's going to watch you do that. And I would really recommend that you're not actively casting a spell in her presence.
Okay. So would I be
because
able?
that's going to come off wrong.
Would I be able to? But I would be able to cast it in time if I see the magic get released.
I will give you that just to avoid having to put you in a rougher situation than I'm doing so.
Okay. I'm just gonna make sure it's not a touch spell really quick.
It's not.
It's not. Okay.
It's not. It's designed to prevent people from falling massive distances and get hurt. So
Okay.
I don't think it's a touch spell. You can check though and prove me wrong if I'm wrong. I don't believe so. I can say that confidently. Varys, she looks at you, and she walks in your direction, descending from
Oh, good luck, buddy.
her throne.
753 years?
Oh, it's a reaction spell too,
Perfect.
and
You
it's
absolutely
60
don't
feet,
need it.
verbal or somatic.
Your kind, the woodland elves, believe in the strength of a mighty oak, do they not?
What?
Your kind, the woodland elves, they believe in the might of an oak, do they not? Olden one, can you hear?
When you ask your uncle what he
Don't fucking say
said.
what again, dude. Don't you fucking dare. I'll punch you if you say what again.
Roll a perception check.
I mean, I believe an oak has some strength, but it is, at the end of the day, just a tree.
Explain.
It's bark. Sure, it lasts many seasons of blistering winds and scorching deserts, but one steel axe and it'll take it down. I relate a lot to a mighty oak tree.
She kind of chuckles a bit. I find that hard to believe in your decrepit state.
You gotta climb back, dude. Come on, you got 753 years of
And
practice,
you,
dude.
That's what I
You're
meant.
supposed to be a street player, dude.
Old
you are
tree,
quite
old baby.
literally the maggot of this group.
Bro.
You are an infestation on the human existence. The mortal kind fear you for what you are. You have always been hated, reviled, yet here you are, standing amongst one person that I can count on for their kind to look at you in terror, yet with the bovine behind me, the cattle prod,
Bro, that's new.
and this one here,
Like a spider.
you still stand amongst them. Are you the
No.
outcast amongst outcasts?
You know, well, dude. Like a scorpion.
Why would that even matter?
You have found commonplace then.
Do you all stay in the sky because you've been outcasted from the rest of the world below?
You see the hand jiggles as if it's like listening
He's like,
upon
"Ah."
saying that.
Wait, me?
I would be
Yeah, right.
quite
Hey!
slow to
Well, you know your
tempting
underwear.
my anger when your friend meets the most painful death imaginable. I've heard that hundreds and hundreds of feet of pure gravity descending only into water shatters your bones faster than a hammer could.
You
I have a
think
lot
someone
of nerve.
who plays with the dead cares for one more?
By then on my side, I just tank it, dude.
Your lot very much intrigues me. This is who Anam has chosen, huh?
None of my party members just heard me say I don't care if he kills Nick's character.
I think they heard it.
No, I'm too busy looking at the freaking ground, dude.
And you are blessed by the god? Huh.
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe. The ramblings of a madman, sure. Zephyros has spoken with clouds for so long he can't tell what is a hallucination. He can't tell the storms from the rain.
I'm I'm still not sure why you think you all are so superior.
Because you are a failure walking. You only draw breath because I allow it. You only exist presently because I allow it. You only landed safely without my Aarakocra and Griffins from destroying that puny contraption that brought you up here because I allowed it. Nothing that has brought you here is by any means of your own doing, other than the will to even brave it, which I must say for your kind, your bravery has been unmatched by anything. Yet it is mirrored and married to your stupidity. It breeds a recklessness that has only ever seen your kind get slaughtered. You're like lambs at best, swine at worst.
Miss Cloudrunner, now that you bring up the birdmen, do you look at them as puny as well, or?
They are a tool.
Of
They
what?
serve and function.
As what?
What do you see them do?
Like, I was thinking messengers, like bird messengers.
Okay, so they're let me help you. They are standing around
Do
the
they have
central hall.
They have a union?
They stand there. Have I sent
Scouts?
message to anyone?
Do they get vacation?
Not right now,
Correct.
you're heckling us.
Time off?
Your wisdom confuses me. It is blind in some areas and quite praiseworthy, despite having to force that out in others.
Thank you.
Your efforts to be here are worthless. If you think I'm giving you the conch, you are mistaken.
No, please.
Did she say, does she have the conch? Was that comment saying
Yeah,
like
she
she
has
has the conch?
Yeah, we definitely know she
So
has
she,
the con.
so she has what we
We
want.
know
then.
for sure.
And-
yeah.
Fuck.
And
Can I
she
roll a
has-
perception check
But the
around the
problem
room?
is they have the Nightstone. They're the ones that drop the boulders
But
on Nightstone.
he's the only one that knows that.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
really?
yeah, can I roll a
Trying to figure out how to get over there, but
can I roll a
can't
perception
do
check
He's
just to
the-
see now that I'm aware that she has the conch, maybe I can see it or something like that.
Can I be put down,
It's
please?
passive perception.
Well, it's not the conch
Okay.
that I see either.
I know, but I was just trying to use an excuse to try and
I
fucking
won't
see
talk
if I
anymore if you put me down. I won't say another word.
Do you vocalize that?
On tier. On tier.
She doesn't care who
Put your faith to the test then, little one.
My faith is unbreakable. That
I think
doesn't
if
count.
I were to let you
That
go,
doesn't
it would
count.
break
We're
pretty
starting.
quickly.
We're starting now. Starting now.
Right. Very well.
Just we're down, boys.
She hovers the hand over the ground, but doesn't release you.
No.
So she basically has you held right next to your companions, almost like you're hovering at this point above ground level, and just has you there.
Well, now you can't see the game.
How many
Can I-
giants are in this room?
Can I keep?
At the present moment, there are 4, with the 2 children.
And the guard that escorted us. Right?
Can I?
He's one of them.
I'm gonna message our leader, my good dear leader, and I'm gonna say, are we fighting this one?
I can respond, can't I?
You can.
How many words?
It's not sending, so brief.
Brief.
Brother, it's like a night.
Sending has a 25-word
They
limit.
have at
Message
least,
is like small messages.
They don't have 19.
They have at least 2 Spartan-looking giants, 2 kid giants, her, 5 Aarakocra, and she said, what else
Where's
was
your
it?
Where's your cocky arrogance now, Nick? This is
What?
when we need it.
No, not to fight, dude. We're not winning
Ethan-
this fight anyway.
No, we're
This is
gonna
like a
easily
run.
die.
You don't think we're gonna
Run!
what?
Run!
You think she's just gonna let us go?
No. But
Yeah, she said so. She said leave. So we need to leave.
What does my leader tell me?
Cookies acting like a beaver.
The alcove. What direction is it in?
For you, it's to the left.
If we don't
behind
fight
the
this-
behind the throne to the left, and it's off on the side
can
of the
win
walls, not like directly behind it. So it's behind it, but off to the left.
How would
That's
I
a
like
TPK
express it
waiting to happen.
verbally
No.
where it's at?
That is a
No, it is.
TPK waiting
See
to
how
happen,
easily
bro.
she's just holding him up.
Yeah,
in the
we're
air?
surrounded. Dude.
Because it's
Great
one
question.
spell.
Yeah, she's got like 3 legendary
I'm
actions,
gonna send like as a return.
The alcove,
9 resistances,
past the giant,
probably immune to fire.
is the nightstone. If you can take it, take it.
No. It's big.
It's a big stone.
Yes, it was it had a
Mine.
yeah. No, it was big.
We have to fight
The
that.
Nightstone's not like a
How are we
tiny
gonna use
stone.
It was like a
It-
display.
There was a massive crater where they ripped it out.
The Nightstone and the Conch are here, and we're not gonna fucking magically sneak by them at this point, dude.
Well, I mean, we can just leave and then hide. And...
Leave where? Leave and then hide
on the,
where?
on the ship. On
How-
the ship.
How are we gonna get back on here?
We go back.
Put
We go
ropes
back.
down and slide
Right
on
now,
down.
all we need to do.
No,
is
you guys
right
are tripping.
Now, all we need to do is go back to the ship that we came on.
No, the Conch and the Nightstone are here.
Hey,
We're gonna
sorry,
get them.
we don't want to hassle you.
We're
We're gonna
gonna-
head back to our ship and leave you alone.
And then how are we going to sneak onto a castle that's
Just kidding.
constantly guarded?
We'll come on back.
This is the closest
We'll
we'll ever
come
be.
back.
Well, okay, what's
Well,
your...
Come on, that's what I'm asking you. How are we gonna come back?
Just trust
How
me
the
now,
fuck?
dude.
No,
I
no, no.
can't-
I need an answer.
I can't
How the?
explain it.
Wait,
Because you
wait.
don't know.
No, because while we're heading back to the ship, instead of going back to the ship, we hide. Just somewhere in the castle. I mean, it's a
What about the
big-ass
guy escort? I mean, listen.
He's
listen,
gonna
You
escort
think
us
they're just
all
gonna
the
let
way.
you just leave by yourself?
Okay, then we go
Alright, dude,
back on
listen.
the ship, and we get, what, 60 feet away in the dimension door?
Hey, I like that
You can only
plan.
carry one person with you.
Yeah.
And
Well-
two people sneak in.
What?
Yeah.
How are we gonna?
And carry
That's
a
such a
nice-
What's
Bro.
the numbers? What's the actual numbers on this fight?
So,
From
you
here,
have
what's the numbers?
4 cloud giants in here
Okay.
and 4 Aarakocra.
Okay.
That's
That
fine.
is Countess Ansuri, 3 other cloud giants. This is excluding the 2 children. And then 4 Aarakocra. You have not fought cloud giants before, so
Yeah,
you
that
do
means
not
we all
know
need
how
to take
strong they are.
one giant and one Aarakocra by ourselves each.
That's fine.
Yeah, well, aren't cloud
You
giants
also
the
have to remember
strongest?
too that there are many other cloud giants on this ship. Or, sorry, on this castle. So it's unlikely that if you were to start a fight with the Countess's life being on the line, that they would
True.
stand by and not at least get reinforcements.
Can I have a question for the Countess. You seem to look down on us quite a lot. Do you believe that you could kill all 4 of us here
Yes, he does.
by yourself?
Why is that a question? It should be
We have
self-evident.
4 doses.
I don't look down upon your kind.
We're
I
gonna come up through
recognize
this
an
hole.
existing
Just getting fucking roasted.
reality. You are beneath me.
Fuck this, man. Yours is-
It has been ordained. I don't just believe it. I know it.
And
You can see at this point, she conjures in her hand a new mask. This mask is red, and it is angry. It is furious, and she takes off the sad mask and puts on the angry mask, and the sad mask disappears.
then, as a queen, the leadership here, if someone were to challenge your authority, someone so much weaker and smaller than you, then it would only be just to take that offer of their duel. Correct?
Do you think you have the capacity to challenge me for my authority?
Well, if once we kill you, we won't take your authority. We don't really care about ruling the Cloud Giants, but I'd like, that Nightstone you have hidden over there.
She put on her angry mask. It wouldn't tempt her.
God, this is gonna be nice.
Oh no. Oh no, no, no.
Yes.
She's gonna put on her disappointed mask.
Her crying
She
emoji.
releases you.
Laugh.
The spell being dropped of Biggie's hand.
Wiggle a little bit. Oh,
She reaches into kind of there's a part in her armor where you see what appears to be a ceremonial hilt that is platinum in design. She unsheaths it, and in that brief moment that it is unsheathed, her hand is already conjuring the magical energy necessary, and she's going to cast Mordenkainen's sword. It creates a sword,
Let's get the
a
fuck out.
sword-shaped plane of force that hovers within range. Because she's able to put it within range, it appears directly against your throat.
Can I counterspell it?
You may attempt to.
But I didn't.
You have to throw a max
You may
level
attempt
counter
to.
spell at that, bro, with like some inspiration on top. Good luck.
I can tell you, you do not have the capacity to automatically counterspell it. You would have
But
to
you
roll,
have the
but you can
capacity
attempt to.
try.
It's probably like a 17 or 18, honestly.
No.
I'm just gonna and I roll and it's my I get to use my proficiency and my intelligence for the.
It is your spellcasting mod. So you basically roll a spellcasting check.
So
Let's
plus
get out of
8
here,
then.
man.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna use a level
Little
3
tense.
counter spell.
Okay.
What do I have to roll?
You roll a d20. You add your plus 8. And you tell me what you roll.
Come on. 24. Sweet baby Jesus.
She's gonna cast it.
It's either gonna hit it or it's not, dude, but we'll find out, bro. Oh man, dude. If it's a 25, that's crazy.
Imagine.
Because I think it goes up like 5 every level above
Oh, really?
your level. So depending on what level she casted the sword at,
Yeah, but like,
I mean, she's
someone's
a-
gonna counterspell with his counterspell.
maybe. It doesn't seem
I
like
have to
it though.
see one thing before I declare what that 24 does.
I don't know about this one.
Yeah, nice knowing you.
Let's see if we kick rocks.
You have all of these?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a spellcaster.
What's your health at?
64.
Okay, they do not. Okay.
It doesn't counterspell it?
I was
Viserys?
questioning something specific
Change my
and
name to Viserys.
was not able to
Why?
confirm it. So, with that being said, as the spell is casted, the sword begins to conjure. I guess the only thing I can ask you in this moment is how do you want to do it?
How do I want to counterspell her?
Yes, how do you want to counterspell it?
Immediately as the blade kind of sends out towards me, I just want it to dissipate as soon as she starts sending it like forward, like as it seems like she's about to put this like energy into pushing this thing. I want it to just dissipate, like from the tip down all the way back to her. If that can I do it like that?
Oh. Oh.
Just do me a favor, jump off the hole, and we'll be golden. She sends Morning Canaan's sword in your direction. It's going towards your throat. You guys watch as Nephis instinctually, reactively, grabs his cadaverous bag, flips open this skin appearance of a satchel, reaches in and pulls out this dark purple and necromantic energy and flings it outwards fastly. Is there anything you wish to say in the process of that?
I am your equal.
Oh, wrong move.
I don't give a fuck.
A skeletal hand catches the blade as it
Yeah.
attempts to reach you almost immediately upon departing, and you just watch as the blade would naturally come through the grasp. It just, you don't see anything exit. It all just, you see the magic fizzle as it continues to pass through all the way to the hilt, and then the sword or the hand grabs the hilt and it and then the magic dissipates entirely.
Fucking cool.
With that, you see every able-bodied giant that has a weapon
Say,
grab it.
yo, the disrespect.
Their blades are pulled faster than you can imagine.
Yo, I put my hand on Jotun, but I don't draw him.
What? I was gonna put my hands up.
Good old
With
Mexican
that-
standoff here, boys. Nah,
You see
don't say it.
Countess Sansuri taken aback with a fury. My equal? Your disrespect has gone on for too long. You are going to be grateful if you make it out alive. If I offer you a swift death, it would be a better boon for you to die in this current oncoming battle. And if you survive and I don't throw you off my castle, you better die of your wounds. And with that, You see the clouds around her begin to storm. You see both of her children kind of look at each other with a fear.
They
that
look scared.
they
Can I
look
run?
scared.
Can I run?
You're
I
running?
need you to roll initiative.
Come on, you.
Fuck!
Just kidding.
Okay, so what's your number?
No.
What's the number total?
Nat 20. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm winning this fucking fight, dude.
We all rolled pretty high.
Bunny boo.
It's gonna be.
Me too.
Now I used up all my luck, and I'm gonna start rolling like Nick today.
Yep.
So you go
Well,
back.
that would be about right.
Wow.
Right before the combat.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Slay count, miss. Slay. I'm out of here.
Oh God. Oh, just leave me some hot mead.
Can we fly one of those
It's
things?
like we're dying, all right.
What are they
You
called?
can have some hot meat in heaven, dude.
What?
The things that they use to fly. Is it
I'll
too
never
large for
get to
us?
go to Hawaii.
Which thing?
I can't remember what they're called. They have a really long name. They use them to fly.
I won't get to spend my retirement
Yeah.
fund.
How large are those?
No.
Just humanoids.
Oh,
Okay. 25 to 20.
Me.
me too.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 21, or I rolled 20 plus 1.
21.
22.
22.
He's
guys-
higher. He's higher.
Alright.
I rolled higher than you, but you guys still. I rolled a nat 20 and you
We're
guys
just
still beat me.
bit though.
Yeah.
Get your dicks up.
Get your int up, buddy.
Wait, your shit was only
Oh,
plus
that doesn't
one.
sound right.
Yeah.
And then what did you get, Poltron?
17.
What's your int score, bro?
Okay.
Into
Misery, you are the first up as the storms begin to buffet around her. I don't have the space for the battle map. I actually wasn't prepared for
How
you
far
guys
are her
to
children?
100% fight this.
Me neither.
I had imagined
Yeah,
that I
no.
had set the presence that the fight wasn't going to happen. But this is how Dungeons & Dragons work, guys. So you just got to prepare for the
I
inevitable.
forced it. No.
We know.
Yes, you did. And we will see how this works. So this is going to be quite interesting. With that being said, Misery, you go first. This is going to go ahead and be Theater of the Mind. We are going to do our very best to run through this. So
So,
work with me and I will work
let
with
me
you.
Literally run.
Let me at least put the movies.
I challenged
Are
her,
her kids
dude.
gone or?
Her kids are not gone. They're very much present.
I cast
Bro,
abortion.
if more giants challenge us or join in,
Tango.
then she's not doing. She's not gonna bring the other giants in because she thinks she can beat us by herself.
At
least not
the
yet.
leader though.
What do you mean? This bitch is. If we kill this leader, then we can steal what we need. Actually, reclaim what we need. Which is the we need the conch and we need the nightstone.
Boy, I'll be taking that.
Misery, what would you like to do?
I really just want to run away.
Dude, come on. We're committed. Where are you gonna run
No,
to?
because I'm probably gonna die. Would she kill me if I like surrender?
Bro, are you serious?
She called you a maggot.
Put this out here. Yeah, come on, Omar.
Who is misery?
Light the fire, it's time to
Misery.
fight.
Who is
No.
misery?
She called you a maggot. Do you think that
There
she
is
has
nowhere
any care
to
to let
run,
anyone
dude.
live?
There's nowhere to run.
Bro,
Okay.
I actually play with the most pussy ass fucking teammates in the world.
Bruh, relax.
I'm just saying, dude.
Whoa.
I'm just
I
saying.
hope you die.
I hope I die too, dude.
No.
If it makes you guys happy.
You should never go to a casino, dude.
People don't go all in, he just looks over. You're terrible.
Casino's a little different, dude. I don't want to get stabbed on my way out.
I'm gonna use action search.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack her 3 times.
You're gonna shoot Countess Sansuri?
Yeah, with my musket.
Okay.
All 3 of them, for all 3 shots, I'm gonna use Deadeye.
Okay.
And then I'm also gonna use. I'm gonna roll for sharpshooter. Yeah.
Go for it.
Why am I in the front?
We're not basing it off of that.
Okay.
Actually, I'll do grip point like 1 for each. I don't want to like. If I actually roll good, I don't want to. Oh wait, no. Actually, it's advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'll use it.
If you lay prone, you get advantage too.
I'm not gonna go pro.
Fucking.
Are you taking that -5, bro?
No,
Drop
I'm gonna roll advantage
Press
for
B.
3 rolls.
Yeah, but you're taking the -5, right? For the extra damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Let's
But I finally also got great with matches on the height.
Okay, that's not bad.
18 for the because I'm rolling at advantage, so that's 18. Then
The 18.
Then 16.
Hits.
Her?
Bro, we're level 8. We're not. It's not crazy.
Oh, okay.
Neither are we though.
Okay, then that was my first.
Yeah,
grip.
but
Yeah.
For now.
I'll tell you if it misses.
she's gonna be hittable.
Alright.
Your guys' judgment.
Is it 18 plus stuff or is it just 18?
Just 18.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. And then I'll use grip point for the other.
I mean,
this
all
one.
giants are hittable. It's about their damage. Is what I'm worried.
Yeah, they do buku damage.
Actually, no. She's gonna cast shield.
Oh.
Hey, don't worry, we're
No,
burning
she's
those
gonna
spell
cast
slots.
She's
baby.
gonna cast shield, so that one
Counterspell.
doesn't hit.
Counterspell, dude.
Okay.
Dude,
The other
Knock
one
it
was
out.
Yeah, let me. I was
19.
looking clear.
That one now just hits.
most we have is like
Oh,
fucking.
because she still has her shield.
Wade,
Yes.
Oh, okay.
we shouldn't metagame the math, but
And
we
then
could
the third-
metagame the math.
Shot, because I have 4 shots total, right?
That means her
It's
AC.
not metagaming the math if I say that just hits.
Yeah, yeah,
You are
yeah.
doing the appropriate
I have
math.
4, right?
You have
4 shots?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Her AC is a 14.
No, it's
Correct.
not. Oh, what?
Because the shield did 19 just hits, so it makes her AC 14. She's a queen, not a warrior.
She's a
Weak.
I thought she was a countess.
Right, but
That's our
but
use.
Why does everything keep changing?
she's a duke.
Okay, so the first roll is
This
14.
is why I hate water.
And you, I made you digest.
That one misses.
Okay. Because all 4 of your are all 4 of your attacks.
Oh no, I have one more.
Shield badge.
So for the last one, I'm going to use my revolver. So 1 hit out of my musket, one
Right.
of them.
And then you go ahead and quick draw out your revolver. Is it the Chimera or not?
Sure. Why not? Okay. 5.
You have advantage.
Do I add anything to this?
Yes, your attack bonus. Treat it like your revolver.
Oh, okay. So 14 plus 9.
Yep. That'll hit. Okay. So you have 1 that hits with your revolver, 1 that hits with your musket. Go ahead and roll some damage for me here. Barish, you are up next. Nefish, you're
What
on
would I
deck.
roll for damage for the revolver?
The revolver,
Let's
the
go.
Chimera is a D10 still. Yeah.
Go up, go up, go up, go up.
I'm sorry, I don't know
Okay.
about this one.
Nope. Nice.
Nice.
You
That's
fucking
kinda-
bastard, dude.
Kinda like me?
You fucking bastard.
Me? You taking my action?
So 20, 25 for the musket.
Okay.
What do you mean? Where are you going?
Get rotated on?
You spin my head right.
Charging up.
What's a double 0?
Double 0 is a 10.
Do I add anything for
Good trick.
Yeah, your dexterity. You still have like your damage bonus. So it should be your dexterity modifier.
tripping?
Dude, she wouldn't be able to keep up with that.
What's your dexterity?
5. Oh,
Hey,
Okay, so plus 5.
baby.
I was only 15.
And plus your sharpshooter.
She's
I didn't do sharpshooter for the
last one?
revolver, yeah.
Okay, so just 15.
She shots.
She's like, you're not even using fucking
Okay.
classic.
So, you immediately unsling your musket and just start firing. You hear 3 loud concussive shots. 2 bullets go through the glass window that is directly behind her, and with the first 2, or one of them actually hits because the shield. So as she
That was a good
creates
sound
this
effect, dude.
abjured shield of tempest, of storm, one of the bullets ricochets off into the glass behind her, and the entire basically the entire mural behind her shatters and depart, falls to the ground.
The
And
value.
you feel in this room now this vast wind that starts to billow because of how high you are. It decreases the temperature a little bit, so it is cold. Because of that, any athletic checks for you guys, because you are not cold resistant, is going to be at disadvantage come next round.
Wait.
Really putting
You're
your
not
ass
cold
in
resistant.
there.
Nope. You go ahead after firing 3 rounds into her. You quickly resling your musket and pull out your chimera and level it and fire. 2 bullets seem to come or pierce through and get through this armor and through the shield, and you can only hear the through the pain. You see lightning bolts begin to arc and surge around the storm that shields her. That kind of matches her anger. It's like an outburst of her fury. That's going to be your action. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I don't think I can do anything else.
I mean, you can try to maneuver kind of around the room a bit. I know we don't have a map present.
Do we know where they're positioned at all?
Yes. So she is on a throne, and you guys are in between the circle, the hole, and this throne. The hole has 4 Aarakocra surrounding it.
What?
There are 2 stone or cloud giants on both sides of you, so one on each side, and then one that's behind the throne. Those are where the giants are at. So you can take that into an idea of maybe where you'd want to move, if you wish to maneuver around anything.
There really isn't anywhere I can get
You can
cover,
rotate.
huh?
There's no cover in this room other than, I mean, technically there are these life-size statues. There's the male and female cloud giant statues that are in here, but they are. I mean, you probably can move. No, you might have to down 10, 20, 30, 40. They are 50 feet on either side of you because of the room statistics.
Jeez.
So you can move in the direction of them, but
I
it
think
would
I'll-
put you. To be fair, it would put you very close to one of the active giants. Probably would mark you out right away if your worry is about getting physically close to one.
Damn. Then I guess I'll just back up a couple feet.
Okay. Got it. With that, Varys, you are up. Nephis, you are on deck. Poltra, you're on the trail.
I'm going to go up to Poltra and I'm going to whisper in his ear.
Ultra,
Ah,
use this spell well.
And I'm going to cast Death Ward on him.
let's go.
What does that do?
No, I'm kidding. It's basically the half-orc ability.
The relentless endurance. Okay.
So if he dies, he keeps 1 HP.
Nice.
And
What does your death ward look like?
Come on, to give it a close symbol. Spider-Man, dude, I'm Batman.
Can it be like...
And what is the blessing that you bestow upon him as you ward him from death?
That's what I said in this.
Well, you're saying you use
Oh,
the
that
spell
was
well.
the- oh.
What is the actual blessing that you bestow upon him?
Oh, something cool, dude. Like Hell Rider.
Let this ward guide you.
Right?
Eldeth's grace upon your cheekage.
It's alright.
And I'll smack his ass when I do it, and then that's how I cast it. It's a giant, like,
You give me a
like
tramp
gold
stamp, dude?
ward that'll, like, throw
on
him.
his right or left cheek?
I'd say probably right cheek.
Right cheek. Okay. So you give him a bit of
Gosh darn
cheekage.
it, dude.
Bit of cheekage and cast a death ward upon him. There's a puff of celestial energy from the.
Hey. Hey.
So it's kind of a little bit of a wave.
Yeah.
That is your
It
action.
was at that moment.
With my bonus action, I don't know if it counts as a bonus action, but I want to use, I want to make a perception check and try and see if I can find the conch shell.
You won't be able to find it.
I didn't even get to look.
No, you don't need to. Yeah, I trust me. I'm well aware you didn't need to look. It's not in this room. So like, even if I had let you roll a 20, it's not here. So I'm just gonna do you the favor and just say up front, you will not find it. You can't find it. Not in this room. Makes the roll non-existent and saves you from having to be like, I rolled a natural 20. It's not here.
Do you have invisibility, Katre?
Is that your turn?
I suppose. Well, I was here, so I went 5, 10,
Stay by me,
15,
dude.
20. Do I want to stay by you? Because I feel like you're going to take some fucking damage.
No. Are we playing on the board or no?
Oh, yeah. Would you say, theater of mind?
Yes. Neither of mine.
I'm going to stand behind,
Poltra. Okay.
I'm trying not to say act.
Okay. Epis, you're up. Poltra's on deck.
Would you let me use message as a bonus action and cast a
Did you
spell?
make
No, it has to declare that it's a bonus action.
Well, it
If
doesn't
it says
matter.
it's an action, then
Oh,
it's
it doesn't-
actually in combat.
I'm gonna look really quick, but it's probably an action. I can stand right here if I want.
Pepper skirt, you perv.
Otherwise, you can use your free action to shout out whatever you wish.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, it's one action.
Okay.
Figure out how big a giant's foot is.
I'm gonna look at my party with like kind of like really concerned eyes, like, and I'm gonna say, look for an opening, reclaim what's ours. And then I'm going to look at this fucking queen, and I'm gonna cast Summon Greater Demon right in front of her.
Let's go.
Okay.
Like to challenge her, like right in her like attack range. Like right in front of her.
What would you like to summon?
Okay, let me sorry, I should have been more prepared. Let me look really I'll make a quick decision.
That was
Do you think
bad.
I should release my ring?
Your ring?
I will
a
pull
ring,
the
or if I say
statistics
name
for it so I can
something
help you
about
when it goes on
It's
its
like
turn.
something because it's
Crazy.
crazy. Yeah. I've had it for a while now.
Sounds fun.
I've just never said the name because I can't. It's a one-time use. I think
Well,
we'll
we
do
might want to save it.
Yo, I forgot I had
Potentially.
that.
But
Unless
then
you
it's
can
like
actually
we never
use it
know
for
what it-
off, dude, but
What?
unless you want to use it, but
I know it's like
I would save it until later in the combat. But it might be good to use.
I mean, we don't even know what it is though. That's the thing. It could be something really good or
It might be
something really bad.
I mean, if it's that bad that we're gonna use it, then it doesn't matter if it's bad. Then it's fine.
Because I don't want to search it up either. I've been
I'm
wanting
trying to find.
you know.
No, dude,
But
keep
I-
it
Oh,
surprised.
No, I know that's exactly why I'm not.
I'm trying to find
Surprise.
demons that are.
It duplicates her.
Fuck.
I know some options are the
Look at
Balgira,
something
there's the
dragon.
Tanaruk.
That'd be
On our side. When you turn into
How big is a greater demon?
Pretty damn big.
Yeah, they vary. Yeah, so the Balgira, the Tanaruk, the Shisuba, maybe not the Shisuba. Oh, sorry, no, not the Shisuba.
Not yet.
The Babao, and yeah, that's it. So the Balgira, the Tanaruk, and the Babao. Those are the three that I can think of off of this list that I have here. So.
That'd be cool to have like a fire crown.
yeah, what the fuck?
You know,
But it's just we don't have anything to smoke because they have like pipes.
I'm gonna summon the Tanaruk because of its orcish fetus known an orcish.
Imagine, like,
I don't know. It says
like
orcish
a-
fetus here, but because I'm an orc, but no one knows I'm an orc. But because of my orcish roots, I'll summon the demon orc.
Yes, it is. It's just a demon fork.
I know you're an orc.
No, you don't.
We could see your teeth protruding from your.
Okay.
My mouth is.
So
covered.
I have the staff pulled up. Go ahead. When does it move? Does it move on your turn, or do you roll
let's-
initiative for it?
I'll see.
No way your entire face is bandaged to the point where like you can't see your eyes.
I've got a glass, like a monocle.
For one eyeball?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like when you blink, oh, he's got green skin. Must be a green skinned human.
No, but my monocle's tinted.
No, he's saying you only see one eyeball. He doesn't have both showing.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, what is it tinted?
Like for the sun, and also for you to not see the skin underneath my face.
Wait, but like what color is it tinted?
Like a darkish blue.
He paints.
Blue?
He paints around.
Like a
his
dark.
eye.
It looks dark blue, yeah, but it's just really dark. Okay. Roll initiative for the demon.
Okay, roll initiative and add +1.
You see his teeth like.
17.
He gets mad. He's
Okay.
like,
Caught in the
You'll
bandage
make it
and
move
stick
after Poltra.
Okay. Do you know what page you saw the Tanaruk? So I think
No,
we know.
I have its stats. I will tell you what it can do on its turns to make it simple.
Okay.
You focus on you, and I will help you with the Tanaruk.
Okay.
Sweet.
And then I want to move.
Sure. In which direction?
Am I surrounded by giants all around me?
Basically. So there's a giant hole behind you, and there's giants on either side and a giant in front of you. There's not a whole lot of room to move out of the range without kind of picking yourself off. If you're trying to keep yourself from being picked off, my recommendation would be to kind of stand still.
I'm gonna walk closer to the demon.
Okay, so you're
Like
gonna walk
like
towards
5 or
Countess
10
Sansuri?
feet. Yeah.
Okay.
Like and then and I'm actually, but how far am I if I walk 5 feet closer to her? How far am I from her?
From her, you would be 40.
Yes.
No, sorry, 25 feet.
Okay, never mind. I don't want to move at all. 30 feet is a good range for me
Okay.
to stay at. And
So, what you guys
can I say
next do-
something after?
You may.
While I'm casting the spell, I'd like to say, look for an opening, reclaim what's ours. I'll handle this.
Just gonna take the job.
I'll try.
You read.
Okay.
Actually, does anyone read Abyssal?
I have infernal.
Nope.
Yeah, it's not a devil; it's a demon, so that would be Abyssal. You guys see. You guys see a dark, a dark and quite literally demonic language appear in these arcane sigils in front of Nephis as he stands not 30 feet from Countess Sansuri in your fury. Those sigils he sends and repels forward in this circular like glyph, and as it approaches directly in front of Countess Sansuri, the sigils and then this ball of this blackened and red and purplish flame appears in the center of this glyph. A second sits as he's maintaining the conjuration. you see this massive, jagged, dark iron blade, a great sword, stab through the fire, and the fire kind of wreaths it in flame. That blade gets all the way out to where you imagine the hilt would be before the blade turns sideways, and as the blade comes in the opposite direction to come up and over, the flame kind of expands, and you see kind of standing there with this large greatsword in hand, this no armor, clad in a cloth at best, this bestial demonic orc standing there with this greatsword, breathing, salivating as it looks furious, it looks wrathful. And it looks up towards Countess Sansuri, who looks at it, the fury still kind of storming around her. And you can hear like another maggot to be crushed beneath my boot. Fine. The only thing you will reclaim this day, demon, is your death. That's gonna be your turn. Palter, you are up.
Cool. So I've been holding Jotun this whole time. I want to take him off.
Okay.
And I want to put the axe head of Jotun on the floor.
Okay.
It's nice floor, what is it, tile flooring or whatever.
Yes.
I want to start running towards her, and I want to drag it along the floor the whole time. And as I'm running, I want to pull out my tear crucifix and place it over my chest. And I'm gonna look at her and
Holy symbol.
Or holy
Tear
symbol.
was never
Sorry,
crucified.
holy symbol. Holy symbol. My bad.
And
I want to run towards her.
I'm gonna give you an advantage because you're using like the religious language in terms of how you're describing it. It's just the wrong one.
It's just my vow of enmity. So
No, I understand where you're getting at. I'm giving you an inspiration for it.
Oh, okay.
Because I appreciate you trying to utilize the language, but it's just the holy symbol. That'll work.
And so I'm holding the holy symbol of Tyr. I'm running towards her.
And you have your Jotun cleaver, your frost cleaver, just dragging behind you. Okay.
Yeah. And so the vow of enmity, I'm just gonna say blood in giant. So blood.
Blurred.
And then I'll put it away. Put the second hand on Jotun, and then go in for 2 attacks. And the first one. Actually, you know, it's 2 attacks plus my extra attack. Attack plus extra attack.
So you just see Polter running up, just blood,
and
poof, and start swinging.
I'm gonna take them both at great weapon master.
Okay.
So the first one's gonna be.
Let's see how this goes. All right.
First one's gonna be.
What was your initiative, Nick?
6 minus 5 is 1 plus 7. Ooh, that is not good. My initiative is +1.
What did you roll?
17.
Okay, so I should be up soon with my demon.
Yeah, your Tana Ruby is up next.
I'm gonna use my inspiration for that first attack. Fuck that, dude. Oh my god. That's a 3 plus 7 is 5, dude.
Gracie's a 14.
Finally, dude. Something worth the
Oh,
bullet.
but she did use shield.
So the first one's gonna be a 15 to hit. And then the second
15?
one, yeah.
That misses.
Darn it,
Because
dude.
she's shielded.
Oh shit,
Oh,
it's
it's
still
the
up,
same
dude.
It's up for the entire round.
Fucking
Come on, man, hit again. Okay, that one's gonna be a unnatural 20.
That'll hit.
Or yeah, okay. So that one, and that one I'm gonna use. I'm gonna divine smite that one at 2nd level as well.
Okay.
Cool beans. So that one's gonna be 12 plus a d8. And what is divine smite? It's not gonna do big damage, dude. 1d8. Okay, cool. So it's just 3d8.
Come on, Nick, bro. You got this.
Natural 20 up here.
Who is he?
So that was 2, 3, 6, plus 8 is 14, plus 10 is 24, plus 4 is 28 damage on that attack.
Cool.
Okay. The axe head comes around in a horizontal slice that gets caught by this tempestuous shield, and you're able to, as it kind of recoils back, you grab it overhead and slam it down with a divine smite. You see the burst through the storm. You don't see the wound land, but you feel it. You feel the fury of it cutting through armor and kind of the pain. You hear just like the ah. With that, you see the burst of the divine smite. That is your action, your movement. Is there anything else you wish to do with your turn? I know. Oh, your bonus
that
action
was
with
my
your
bonus
enemy,
action.
so that should be your turn.
That's everything, yeah.
Okay.
And then while at the end of my round, I want to say to her, just give us the conch. And hopefully she'll give it to us.
Okay. Go ahead and make an intimidation check
No shit, dude.
for me, please.
No shit, dude.
Disadvantage because she views you as a maggot.
That's fine. 17 or yeesh, that's no good. 3.
3. Okay, Tanaruk is up. So the Tanaruk has a few fun little features for him. So the first thing is that he is aggressive. So as a bonus action, the Tanaruk can move up to its speed towards a hostile creature that it can see. Doesn't need to right now because you put it on Countess Sansuri. But the Tanaruk does make 3 attacks. So it gets 2 with a bite and 1. Or sorry, no, it gets 2 attacks total. It gets 1 with a bite, 1 with a greatsword. So you're gonna roll a d20 and add 7 to both.
That's
So
crazy.
We will roll the
That's
bite
crazy.
first, then the greatsword.
That'll be damn fun.
Okay. Fuck. The bite was only a 16.
Okay, that misses, and the greatsword.
Can I use an inspiration?
Not on the Tanaruk.
Fuck. It doesn't hit.
Okay. The Tanaruk attempts to fight through this shield and is unable to make anything land. You can see the fury kind of grow at that. I do need you to roll the charisma saving throw that I think the demon has to make because of the spell that sees if you're still able to control it.
Because I chose Tanaruk, it's a -1. Yeah, I read it. You can fact check me.
Oh, for the charisma?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yes, that is correct. But you still have to make a saving throw.
A 2.
Okay. So the Tanaruk is still bound by your command.
I'm
So
rolling
its
for the
fury
Tanaruk.
only grows
Oh, yeah.
at the creature
I
that
can
it
lose
cannot
control
kill.
and then he'll just do whatever he
Wait,
wants.
you said 2?
He rolled a 2. I was rolling for the Tanaruk.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh my god.
He has to roll a saving
sorry.
throw. No,
You lost
no, no, no.
control?
You utterly want him to fail that saving throw. Every chance you can get for him to fail it, you want him to. You do not want him succeeding it. If he succeeds it, he breaks free. And if he can't hit the first target he sees, his fury is going to direct him somewhere else. And that's my decision at that point. I can't
No
wait.
way. Whoa,
So,
I'm on
That's
the
when we
backside.
leave and let the demon do his business.
That being said, the Tanaruk has done enough turns. The Simulacra are going to go up next. So the Aarakocra are not actually full Aarakocra. They are considered Simulacrum. So there's 4 of them.
Oh, no way, dude.
2 of them are going on Varus, 2
Yo,
of them on
she's
Misery.
powerful as... Wait, are they all hers?
Well,
No,
they're
no,
not
no,
hers
fuck
because
you.
they're simulacrum.
But I thought you can make them.
Simulacrums are
Can't you-
clones.
I thought you could make them with a spell.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they're clones.
Of
So they're
course.
not her simulacra. They're
forget
some
what increases
Aarakocra
your AC?
simulacrum.
Shield. Like
That being said,
That's wild, bro.
each of them are going to make a
Increase it?
dive attack.
Some real Rick and Morty shit.
No,
You're telling me their name
Yeah.
has simulation in it and they're
Yeah.
I'm
clone
pretty sure-
birds?
What level is
Well,
that?
simulacrum's an actual
What
spell.
level is that
Oh,
spell?
is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
so
level
high level
is it?
wizards.
Yeah, what
High level
level is
wizards
it?
make
Oh,
simulacrum of
shit.
themselves because they need things to do some of even the most menial
Dude,
tasks.
but it's busted because you can make like a bajillion, and so you can have your simulacrum like
thing
being
that's
you
attacked you
all
so
over the
far
place,
is
and no one can kill the real you.
Well, yes, it can, and that
Well,
becomes a
eventually,
problem.
Eventually, but
Because then the simulacrum live on.
but what level is it?
I can't remember the specific level, but regardless,
It's
what
high
I
as
do
fuck.
know is that, like, for wizards that are so powerful that certain things become beneath them, what wizard wants to read a dusty old tome from something that they genuinely don't care about? No, they're going to let their simulacrum do it, and the simulacrum will report back to them.
And you can just combine the simulacrum back with you to gain its information or
No.
something?
No,
It
it's
just-
a clone. Like, it's a fully functional clone.
So
So
it
it just comes back to you, and it tells you what it learned. It's like having conversations with thousands of yourselves.
Like twice from me.
But it would just be able to know how to communicate what you need to know better because it's your clone or something?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, so the simulacrum are going to make dive attacks. It's 2 at Varus, 2 at Misery. So we're going to start with Varus first. It's a 15 to hit on the first one,
Hang in there, boys.
and then a 9. Both miss? Because your
Hang
shield?
in.
So, as both of these
You
slam
grimy
down,
little man.
you're able to very quickly, yeah, you bring your shield up and you actually deflect one of them. The other one you're able to duck under. Misery, it is an 8 and a crit, natural 20 on 1.
What?
So you kind of sidestep, you do a slight peer away, You do a slight pirouette out of one, and it slams beside you, and you look up, and one stabs directly through your abdomen, catching you completely off guard. Because of that, and because it is a dive attack, it does deal additional damage.
Oh, hang in there,
So
dude.
you are going to get 4,
Tyrion will watch over you.
15, 22 points of piercing damage
22.
as it impales you with a javelin.
Why do you have
It's alright,
so
dude.
much
Wait for her
health?
to hit me.
And then it is
45
going
left.
to, because it crit, it is going to leave the javelin inside of you. As long as this javelin is inside of you, you're going to have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, and you have to use a full action to remove it.
Well, thank God I have 2.
Nah.
I have 2 actions.
You have 1 action.
Oh.
You can
If
do
you
an
take the
extra
attack action, you have 2 attacks.
Trust me, dude. It was hard to learn
Damn
how to
it.
hack
Yeah,
on it.
fun facts about D&D.
Not
And
cool.
with that being
Sounds
said,
bullshit.
Not
it is
cool.
now Countess Sansuri.
Oh,
Ooh,
fuck
my
off.
turn.
You've already went.
Yeah, shut
She
up,
looks at
damn it.
you
Me.
because you have spoken to her.
What about the big ugly
And you
guy
see
over
you
there?
see just her eyes through the storm.
Arr.
You hear her voice booming.
Boom.
You will leave in a casket before you have that conch. She looks over. Crisaro! Throw them to the wind. And she's going to
I
cast
have enough pixie dust.
haste on him.
Oh, no way.
So Crisaro is going to get hasted.
Who the hell is
Oh,
Chris
no way, dude. This guy's about to throw hell at dudes.
Not Chris.
Because Nephis is not presently here, I am going to wait for him to return before I restate that I'm going to cast haste, because he has a reaction. In the meantime, I want the 3 of you to not say anything about it. If you say, hey, use your reaction, I'm not going to let him use his reaction
Say anything about what?
about casting a counter spell, but I'm going to give him the opportunity to do so. We shall see.
Oh, man. I might be a troll and say something anyways.
Then
Then he
he'll-
doesn't get the chance, dude.
Correct. Correct.
Oh, wouldn't that be something, dude?
We're
I hate you, dude.
Oh no! Not the BBEG.
What do you mean, bro? That's Hakon. Come back to save us, dude.
Oh, shit. Did you put Gnome Doll?
I spent years in that dungeon, but I made it out.
No.
Rock and
Mine.
Stone.
Mine. No, this is not Dwarf
I am
Doll.
Hakon
This
the
is
Grey.
Gnome Doll.
You
That's
went
what
to school
Lux
with
doesn't
that
look
guy, right? Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I thought I saw him in your
No,
yearbook.
how much
dude.
you want to bet that's what Varys looks like?
Yeah, it is, dude. That's what I just tell you.
I can't see through my beard.
Imagine if you tripped over your own beard hair.
Yeah, big
I'll
old
pull
Gnome
some
Doll.
out too.
Well, no dog doesn't have to, yeah. No dog does this every
You
day.
use it as a blanket to sleep and everything.
Yeah, that'd be kind of legendary.
Give it a
that a
second
beard that
more
I
for
just
him
wrote
to
on naked?
return.
You can't see me anyways.
If I ran fast enough, it would
It's
cover
like a
everything.
roll.
No,
It
your
would cover
ass.
my butt.
Hmm?
Because because I
He
was
said
running
if he
so
said if he had a beard that long, he would run
What
around
the hell?
naked.
Or if it was curved.
What? No, no.
Yeah.
No.
They'd cover you up, dude. You could get like you could even
I'd be a
Maybe if you use
you
gel.
could get it like
Gel and
braided into a
hairspray,
you
you
could
know?
get it you could get it braided into a robe. You could even get it like milted or knitted
What?
like a blanket, dude.
Okay.
You got water?
Welcome back. So yes, Countess Sansuri on her turn looks over to Crisaro, and what you hear her say in response to Holtra, who says, "Just give us the conch," is,
Give us the conch.
"You will leave in a casket." She turns to Crisaro and says, "Crisaro, throw them to the wind," and she's going to cast haste on him.
Counterspell?
You may attempt to.
What level is she using haste at?
That is a great question.
I'll use mine at 3rd level.
Okay, then you counterspell her spell.
Okay.
As she goes to cast haste, you go ahead and cast counterspell, and the haste does not latch. In fact, as the magical energy flies out, that same skeletal hand you conjure from your cadaver's bag and are able to catch it and crush it, and it dies like an agonizing little screech and squeal, and you see the furious eyes, because you can only see glowing eyes through the storm, through the shield that she has. They direct to you and they widen. You can see the
steam.
cloud immediately like.
Oh shit.
I will grind you into the ground. That is going to be her turn.
Well, I've got something to say when it's my turn.
Not going to move. And it is going to be the Cloud Giant's turn. So,
Oh, I forgot about that.
Crisaro is going to move first. So, on Crisaro's
What's he gonna
turn,
do?
he is going to move up to the Tanaruk
Say not me.
Please, I'm already
and is going to make 2 attacks with a Morning Star that he unsheathes.
Holy moly. Yo, could I wield that when he dies? Or is
It's
it
going to
too
be a
big?
20, or sorry, a 31 to hit, and then so it's a 31 to hit, and then a 30.
Yeah, those,
Dude, that's
What?
those both hit my Tanaruk. Don't worry, he's hitting the
Dude,
demon.
how about this?
Yeah, but that's a 31.
You
and a
give us
30
some-
Well, good thing he didn't have 4
None of
attacks
us- none
after
of
a
us
haste.
Are doing anything
Or
about
3.
a 31
Okay, I'm gonna need your help writing down health.
Okay.
So
Do you
the
know
How
first
much damage?
attack
How much
deals,
damage did you do to that lady?
40.
19 points of piercing
and then
damage,
15.
Okay.
Shoot her with a gun or
and
something?
then the second
Does
attack.
he have any
Well, you know
immunities,
what
the
to do?
Tanaruk?
Is I
I'm
can
gonna
attack
wait
you.
a second.
Oh fuck! I need to pull this shit out first.
Remember, Gabe, do you remember how much damage?
Oh, wait, no,
21,
actually-
so 19 and
How much
21,
damage that lady?
21?
and he does not have resistances to these.
19, 21.
19, 21, so you take
That's
40
okay.
points of damage, and the Tanaruk is still perfectly fine.
Can I know how much HP the Tanaruk has?
95,
Okay. And he does 40 points of damage?
40 points of damage.
Okay, so
Good
it's 45
boy.
left.
And that is Crisaro's turn.
Get out of here, Crisaro.
And then I believe, if I am correct, it is Count Tholen. Count Tholen is the other Cloud Giant in this room, is going to move towards you, Ultra.
Whoa,
And
hey,
you are
whoa,
also going
whoa,
to get 2
hey.
attacks with a Morning Star.
Dude.
It is going to be a 21 to
Oh
hit.
yeah, no, I know it is.
And a
35.
22.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Dude, get the fuck
I ain't
outta
dodging
here.
shit
Uh,
today,
you
dude.
get- so on the first
You
attack,
won't dodge the
14,
21?
20, you take 28 points of piercing damage on the first attack.
Ain't no way.
From the first one?
13 and 21 on the second.
Let him get up.
28 points on the first, 21 on the second.
I'm gonna get hit by that.
You better fucking keep your distance.
I might just jump off.
The
And how are you
third,
gonna survive?
the third Cloud
I
Giant,
was gonna survive.
the third Cloud Giant
I'm not using Featherfall if you jump out of there.
I'll use my-
is going to rush up to Barrett.
No.
Yeah.
Here comes a morning star, buddy.
And both of you
Fierce
are going to
face.
get 1 Morning Star.
What?
31
Does not hit.
and 26.
Shield dodge dash. Shield dodge dash. Can't touch
Eight.
this.
15. You're going to get 23 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
Can I put my shield up and like he smacks the shit out of me?
Sure.
I go flying.
Big oh shit.
You did this.
And
Just remember.
18 points
Put
of
a new
damage.
dent in it.
How fucked do we look?
Pretty fucked.
Right.
Pretty
Like a TPK, dude.
Like fucked enough?
Like we said it was gonna happen, dude.
No. You got no.
Misery.
Don't give up before.
Hey, if I summon my ring,
The
is that-
kids are bolting out of the room, by the way.
I'm gonna.
Oh, they
shoot
are.
them.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
Whoa!
Thank God.
You're gonna shoot
Um,
the kids?
If I summon my ring, would that be a bonus action? You know.
To use the gift that you've been given.
Mhm.
You don't really know what it does.
I know.
Do you want to risk it?
Didn't you say to use it in like the most dire of situations?
I feel like this is pretty dire.
Not yet, dude. We can go like one more round at least and see what happens.
I'm impaled.
You're fine.
Oh, no.
It's
I
not-
know.
We'll get you out of here, bro. Don't worry. One more round at least, dude. Then maybe we're like.
No,
yeah,
I
'cause, you know what? I
can't
bet
risk
it's like a
that.
teleport. It's like a zoop. Bye.
Well, we don't know unless we try.
Plus, we can't leave without because we have to come back. Like coming
We
back is
always-
gonna be impossible, dude. And
Reinforcements for
we're
us.
in the do or die now,
Misery's
brothers.
self-centered.
I think
She
we need
can
to
do it.
acknowledge we're in the do or die. If it gets to a point where it's like you're the last
I
one,
mean, I have like less
if you
than a third of my health.
if you're the last, like just stay
much
alive.
damage
And if
did I
you're
take?
the last one up,
You said
then use
21?
it.
Yes.
Dude,
Because
if
at
I,
least,
no,
at
like,
least
literally,
then,
if
at
I
least
get
then we can
attacked,
save the
if
story.
I get hit one more time by one of those big ass giants, I know I'm gonna go down. There's no way that I'll survive any other hit.
Does this is.
I mean, you don't know if they only hit you once.
What's your range? Can't you outrange them? Because they can't move that much.
He just went up to me.
Yeah, but you're like really close. Like, because what's
Yeah,
your
but-
max range with your gun? Go to your max range with your gun.
420 feet.
They can't dash all that in one turn.
Neither can he.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to come to us. He just needs to stay back and pew pew.
Yeah, but if
pew,
I
pew.
run away from someone who's attacking me, don't they get an area or an opportunity to
Well,
attack? Yeah.
only the
We're not right
Aarakocra,
next
but
to
the
him.
Aarakocra aren't gonna down you running away.
But he just got hit by the giant too.
Yeah, so he's
I
like,
don't know.
he's
If
up
you
on
want to
there.
use the ring, go for it, dude. I'm not stopping you. I don't know. We don't know
I
what it
just don't want it
does.
to be the wrong thing.
Well, you can teleport.
Flipping a coin, man.
What, you can't?
Oh no, never mind.
Flipping a coin,
What the
man.
fuck was I thinking?
His old character.
Oh yeah, that's
Misty
it.
Step.
Yeah.
Oh, and I
I
had.
was like, why'd you Misty Step?
I will let you use it as a bonus action if you so wish. All you have to do is whisper the name Keltar Dardragon.
So before I do that, because you said I can use it as a bonus action, I'm using my action to remove the fucking
Okay.
javelin out of me.
Okay, you remove this
I'll-
javelin
I'll
from
whisper,
your abdomen.
Yeah.
And you
How do you
take
say the
5
last
points
name?
of
How do you say
piercing.
the-
Dardragon. Keltar Dardragon.
Okay,
Sell your soul
yeah.
to the devil.
No, but I'm gonna whisper, Keltar Dragon.
Instant fame.
As the last of the name leaves your lips, conjuring next to you, 5 feet from you, the apparition of a halfling.
What just happened? I'm ready, guys.
He is very cheery and greets you with a top of the morning.
Dude, look in front of you.
I am so glad to be able to be here. Looks around and goes, wow, this looks awesome. This is a tale that they were told for centuries. That being said, and he begins to tell you directions to a tower in the Savage Frontier. He provides you in a brief moment directions to a tower. I need you to roll an intelligence check for me to determine if in the speed of what is happening, if you even have the capacity to know what he has said.
Okay.
Can I roll?
Fuck a 3.
Use an
3.
inspiration.
I don't
You
have
do
any.
not have the capacity to memorize anything that he says, and
What a
upon
waste.
finishing what he tells you, he disappears.
Did he tell me? Did I
No,
hear it?
no,
What a
you were nowhere
fucking
near him.
waste! What a fucking waste! I'm gonna jump off. Can I?
And that's what happens.
Oh,
Mike,
man.
You were so
Pissed.
caught off guard by like, that's what this fucking does, that you just weren't paying attention. He
Who
says
gave
his
that
bit,
to
he
us?
says his piece, and then goes, well,
It
have
wasn't
fun.
the
And then-
dragon that gave it to
Well,
her.
It's a lucky charge. Dude, that's fucking terrible. I hate myself.
That's also D&D.
Well, I can't do anything now.
Dude,
So-
we're mid-combat in this fucking aberration happening. Just tells us a quick little 6-second story before the end of Omar's turn.
And then just dips. Okay. With that being Misery's turn, Varys, you're up.
Varys! Come on, dude. Do something cool, dude. Like, heal us, dude.
Why did you give me that ring? Why?
For good reason, dude. You can say the name again.
I can't.
Yeah, you can, dude. Easily.
I'm sure I can say it again, but
Is
it's
it a
not gonna-
one-time use? How do you know?
That's what they told me.
It's probably got a cooldown.
How cool that?
Again, like 4 years, you can use it again.
Dude, you just lost probably some seriously valuable information.
It
And he-
disappeared.
He admired the combat that was going on in front of him.
I like that he was, he was a fucking real guy that was just waiting for
Varys,
us to
before you
pop
make
that
this
ring.
turn, I want you to go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Okay.
Oh, man, dude.
Because you're taking a bit of time.
Are you for real?
Damn.
Yes, I'm for real.
That's unfucking.
I'm trying to
You're holding
explain
up
your
combat.
I'm trying to explain your hesitation in game.
300 and no, I'm kidding. That's 20 COVID.
Time is slow
Like
for him
20?
right now, dude. He's seeing in, like, Matrix time.
Everything is happening fast. Do you think that in this moment Varys would kind of feel as if a lot is kind of out of his control, like nothing went as maybe you would hope, and that you're not really sure how to get everything back under control?
That's how Varys feels all of it.
Is it heightened in this particular moment?
Yes.
As the height of that anxiety kind of crests within your heart, beats within your breast, you hear a warning shouted to you. You remember as a big, stocky hand grabbed your collar, yelled at you. If you are their leader, then lead them! You remember Hackman's voice in just this moment. Because you saved your wisdom saving throw, I'm giving Varys the opportunity to kind of like take control of that moment and not sink into that anxiety as you take a moment to catch yourself.
All right,
Any
everyone.
battle within yourself. What would Varys like to do next?
He's gonna look at his allies, and he's gonna get a stern look on his face, and he's gonna run towards Misery, and he's gonna cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Okay.
Keeping them up, put the numbers on the board.
I know my job, and I'll do it well. That's a
1D.
1d8
for second level, 3rd level, 3d8, brother. 5, 9. Ah, 12. 12 plus your spellcasting ability. 12 plus 8 is 20, dude. Lordy.
Plus 8.
Is that not 8? What is that number? Oh, I thought that.
But you're proficient.
Oh,
do you only add the stat or any proficiency?
Wait, no.
That's a spell attack.
Oh, I see.
And that's 2 hit.
Yeah.
So that's 12, 16, 17.
12 plus 5 is
17.
Yeah.
So you get 17 health.
Okay, 7
Woke
health back.
up.
What would you tell him as you hear him?
Fuck. I'm trying to think of a play on his name. I know you were in misery. It was time for you to be misery.
Inspiration.
I love it. Okay, and
You're the sticky note leader, dude.
facts. 100%. And then you go ahead and heal, and is that your turn?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Misery. Sorry, it's not Misery's turn. All right, Nephis. What would you like to do?
How close? My demon's right in front of this chick.
Mhm.
And
so is Poltra.
Please don't hurt me.
if I
I'm a fragile man.
were to relinquish control of the demon, would I be inclined to believe that this demon would be pretty bothered that the giant just slashed it
I
2
don't know, man.
times
I might
to
look
the
like
right
a
of
nice
it?
steak right now.
You wouldn't be able to control it.
Fucking.
Don't do that, dude. Please do that.
Could I insight
right
the
there.
demon?
Let's go down this road.
The demon is driven by rage and fury. It is
And-
very uncontrollable.
And I can deduce that rage would probably come from being slashed a few times. Maybe.
You can certainly find out. Rage could also be fueled at that which has bound it.
Can I look at my friends around me and
You may.
and like how fucked do they all look?
That's a great question.
When
How are
I-
you guys looking?
When I give it a little scan, like
What does your health look like?
I'm fine.
Varys looks as cold as Icewind Dale. He is straight chilling.
Straight chilling?
Yeah.
so like
So you're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
when I look at my party
He
companions,
looks more than good.
so like
Good.
Poltra's in like the heat of combat.
Yeah.
Like, are you injured at all?
A little bit. I mean, I got hit with the Morning Star.
Is there like sweat beating down your face while you're like, let's fucking kill this giant, or like,
Yeah, but he looks like he's loving it, dude.
how does our misery look?
Misery got impaled by a spear.
Yeah.
So she's like kind of like,
Yeah, with my gun, you know,
Yeah.
like,
You got healed.
still.
and our leader is just kind of sitting there trying to patch those wounds a little bit.
Stop, there's beads
Correct.
of sweat though. There's beads of
Correct.
I can't cast spells while I'm holding a concentration.
You can't cast concentration spells. It releases the concentration.
Cantrips. Woo. You have Shillelagh?
Yeah. So you can only cast one concentration spell at a time. Taking damage loses concentration depending on the save. So feel free to cast what you will.
I'm gonna cast Animate Dead next to me.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna cast it kind of,
Is the animate net allowed to fight things?
yeah, I believe, here, I'll look, but
Yeah,
I
check
believe
just to
it
make
is.
sure.
I think
Otherwise, you're just creating a skeletal servant.
He can push the nightstone.
No.
The spell creates an undead
He can
servant.
try.
On each of your turns, you can use a bonus action and mentally command any creature you made with this spell. If the creature is within 60 feet of you, you can command any or all of them at the same time, issuing the same command each one. You decide what action the creature will take and where it will move during its next turn, or you can issue a general command such as to guard a particular chamber or corridor. If you issue no commands, the creature only defends itself against
Does it
hostile
have a
creatures.
stat block below it?
It just says, no, the creature continues to follow it until its task is complete. And then it says the creature is under your control for 24 hours, after which it stops obeying the commands you've given to it. To maintain the control of the creature, I have to cast the spell again. But it doesn't have any stats or anything like that.
Oh, it does say it creates an undead servant. So no, it's not a combative thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because it doesn't have a stat block, it's
You
not
have to
meant for
tickle their
combat.
feet.
No.
Play distraction.
Animate dead is basically how necromancers go and get a conglomerate of servants together, so they don't have to do things.
I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb
Okay.
at a 2nd level
Okay.
on our spellcaster friend, the queen.
Okay. Make an attack roll. The storms have officially dissipated. Or actually, they will, because
Oh,
they will at the start of the turn.
I got a 15. This is the start of her next turn. She has no shield.
Yeah, she has no shield, but they're in the process of dissipating,
Okay.
just for thematic purposes. But yes, her armor class is below. You said a 15?
Yeah.
Yes, that will hit.
Okay. So, 4d8,
Mhm.
and I would like to choose acid damage.
Sure. Go on, roll damage.
D8. 5, 7,
let's go.
4, and another 7. So 5, 7, 4, 7. So 7, 14, 18, 23.
Okay. Okay, so you conjure up a chromatic orb, send this ball with energy of acidic energy towards Countess Sansuri. As it impacts across her breastplate, you see parts of the armors, like on the sides and around the waist, begin to corrode under its acidic nature. She begins to kind of seethe and kind of wince, and there's this like in pain. That is your action.
I'm gonna say to her. First, I'm gonna look. Do I look like I'm being enclosed on by any of these monsters, or
None of the Aarakocra are on you.
are there giants within my attack?
There are
range?
giants that are very close.
Are they in my attack range?
Not immediately.
Can I kind of step away from that a little bit?
Yeah, I can say you can kind of maybe move away, but they're on both sides, so it's really hard. You kind of maybe move, I'd say, like 5 or 10 feet to kind of keep yourself between them.
And I'm going to say to the queen, after her trying to cast haste on her giant friend, and her shooting her gaze to me, you should focus on what's in front of you. And then, yeah.
Okay. Poltra, you're up.
I'm ready.
You see as the clouds begin to dissipate, you see the chromatic orb slam against her torso.
Nice, dude.
And you hear the
I'm gonna freaking say, I won't ask again. Give us that conch. I'm gonna pull my tear symbol back out and hold it up to her, and I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And can I mark the tear symbol onto her throat? Is that possible, or is that like cloud wispy clouds?
Yeah.
I want to mark it onto her throat.
You see it you see the light of it shine through the clouds.
Nice, dude. And then I want to reposition to get. Well, actually, I have advantage. I don't need to. I want to reposition though, like opposite side of her and whatever other giants are around us to make them at least have to go around.
We have
or
a
something.
giant within melee distance, so provoke an attack of opportunity.
Never mind then. That's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna take it to the chin, dude. I'm gonna attack twice with Great Weapon Master.
Yep.
We're gonna run both at the same time, fellas. Okay, cool. First one's gonna be a 16 to hit.
Okay.
Second one's gonna be a 12 minus 5 is 7 plus 7 is 14 to hit on the second one.
Both hit.
Nice, dude. Alright, cool. Cool. Damage on the first. I'm gonna
She's
do.
gonna shield the second one.
She's gonna shield it. Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh man. Wait, let me double check.
And what was the first one? Instead of 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, so both of them are gonna get. Yeah, she's gonna shield that.
They shield both?
Yeah, she'll shield both.
Her AC is a 19 with shield.
Oh my gosh. It's 19 with a shield?
Correct.
Oh, because is that plus 5?
Yeah.
Correct. So she's gonna shield both.
Lordy, dude.
And she looks at you as you say, "Give me back the conch." And she looks and she goes,
Dude.
"I said no."
Nice.
And that's going to be both your attacks. So Tanner is
Tana
up.
Rook.
Go ahead and make six attacks for me, please.
Yes,
You
an
got plus
unnatural 20 for the bite.
The bite hits. Go ahead and roll again.
Come on, Tanaruk. We're brethren, in a way. Hey, 15 plus 7, 22.
Okay, so for the bite, roll a d8 and add 4 to that.
Okay. 8 plus 4, 12 damage.
And
Max
for the
damage.
greatsword, add 2d6 or roll 2d6 and add 4.
Okay. 4, not bad, baby. Let's go. 13 damage for the sword. That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
You guys watch as the storm begins to reconjure. This demon, this Tanaruk, looks at Countess Sansuri with fury, with rage, with anger. You just see this, like, again, salivating with bloodlust. This. And thrusts an arm into the storm. And you can see the, like, latching onto the arm. Pulls an arm out. And latches on and bites onto Sansuri's wrist. You hear the ah! Ah! And pull, and there's this blood that sprays with it, and the Tanaruk is holding that wrist meat in his mouth, and slices at the wrist Sansuri's arm,
Oh my gosh.
and holds that arm in its hand. And looks at it and just pulls it up and starts drinking. And you hear Sansuri's pain. All the cloud giants are kind of like taken aback by what has just happened. Their fury redoubles with that.
And then con save to see if I control him still.
Jeez.
You do need to make a charisma save.
Or
Just cut
charisma.
off her fucking arm.
We can cut it off.
Yes.
Just about.
At the
5.
wrist.
We did cut it off.
Yes.
Yeah, left hand at the wrist. Yeah.
5.
5?
Yeah.
That was easy.
That is a failure. The Simulacra are up next, so Varys and Misery.
Does my
What?
con not
There,
influence what he
boys.
has to roll at all? I just get.
It's your spell save DC.
So 16 then, right?
Yeah.
Can't take it anymore.
Okay, so they're just gonna make 2 talon attacks against you.
At least
So
with the human things.
Gareth, 19, and an unnatural 20. Misery, it is a 13 and a 15.
Miss both.
Okay, so for Varys, you take 4
Sorry.
and 3. You take 7 total of slashing damage as the Aarakocra begins slashing at you with their talons.
Could be a giant.
Well, that's close.
So she's missing her slashing hand.
Sansuri is up next and is going to, in her fury and
But
her
this has all
rage,
happened in like 6 seconds.
6, 12.
8 seconds.
But yeah, 12, yeah.
she's gonna cast Fly on herself.
What?
Yeah, she's gonna cast Fly on herself.
We'll try flying away. You'll get like 3 opportunity of attacks.
She is going to risk them because she is going to fly out the now open wall. The glass murals have been shattered, so she's going to just attempt to flee.
Can I counterspell?
You may attempt to.
Since she cast fly.
You better hit that, bro. You better hit that.
Use the right spell.
At 3rd level?
You have to roll. She's casting this fly at a
I
fifth
hope you have
level.
inspiration, dude.
Come on. That's not a bad roll. That's really good.
And it's I add my spell.
Your spell attack modifier.
Oh, big number.
Okay, so
25.
yeah,
25. Okay.
please,
She
baby.
gonna sit
You
still.
counterspell the fly.
She gonna sit
Yeah.
still.
She's so
Dude,
she
she's-
hates
yeah,
me,
she's
dude.
pissed,
She
bro.
hates me.
Yes, she does.
And I said I was her equal, and now I'm keeping her down on the ground, dude.
Oh, yes.
Interesting.
Oh,
This
yes.
ain't going nowhere.
And my demon's Tarek drinking the blood from her arm.
It's so bad.
Dude, I hope she's terrified, dude. This bitch has been acting like we're inferior to her the entire fucking game, dude. Or the entire session.
All of them, dude. All of them.
Fuck.
Okay. That is going to be your turn. She attempts to cast the spell. You hear as she's like in pain, just roaring, holding onto this bloody stump, begins to conjure the fly. She's like, Crisaro, you swore your life for mine. I will take that debt. I am leaving. And she goes and attempts to cast fly. You counterspell. It does not.
She said, "Fuck you, I'm leaving." And then I stopped it. That's awkward.
She does not land. The fly does not take hold.
Oh hell yeah!
And she looks in confusion. What? What is happening? You hear this yell, this roar of fury that sends lightning bolts that just for aesthetics in several different directions. That appear not only just in rage but in fear. With that, Samsuri's turn is done. Crisaro and the other two Cloud Giants are going up. Pulcher, you're going to take 2 attacks from Crisaro.
Boys, wish me luck. I got no luck.
It's going to be a 30
Zero luck.
and a 30.
Zero luck. Dude, where's that plus? Dude, like plus 20?
Plus 12.
Yeah.
And you're going
Plus
to take 10,
Oh my
15,
God.
23 points of piercing damage on the first hit.
Yo, is that fucking
Dude, you
music?
didn't even heal him yet.
8,
He's fine.
5, 13.
He's a minotaur, dude. He's a cow. They have like 8
21,
stomachs.
And then
Oh
29
no, he's
on the
down to
second
80
one.
health.
Yep.
I don't know.
No, actually, I don't know.
Varys, one's on you.
What do you mean the one?
One-
He was just. You were just shit talking
I-
Nick.
I
and
got
now you're
attacked
being-
already, dude. You can't do it twice.
Yes, I can. And this one rolled a natural 20.
Oh.
And then a 17.
You can move that back up.
Wait, my AC is 17, so
That
that
hits.
That hits you,
right?
yeah.
That hits.
I thought
hits.
the
Do you have
defender
No,
shield?
beats it, beats it.
Do you have shield?
Meets it. Oh shit! I don't have a shield.
Fuck.
I have a shield.
Darn it.
9, 17.
Darn it, dude.
One shield hero?
25,
I hope
30,
you-
38 points of piercing damage on the crit.
Are you down?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
That downs you.
Yeah, that downs me.
Actual.
Actual factual.
Okay. Count Tholen slams you with a Morning Star. And it pummels you into the ground, bleeding from several wounds as the spikes of the Morning Star pull out of your body. That second attack is going to get redirected at you.
That means your death mark is gone too.
Correct. Your death ward goes
Death
away.
ward, mhm.
Unless it's not a concentration spell. Check for me.
Oh, it's not?
It's not?
Thank God.
Okay, then it stays. So that new attack at you is going to be a 22.
Yo,
Okay, so it's
you
going
should
to
put it on
be
yourself.
You can jump off. Dude.
14,
jump off and live.
15,
So could I.
23.
Wait, no, but
23
if you
points of
take
bludgeoning
No, because if it insta kills you, you'll still die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, right, Ethan? If you take enough damage to outright die, Death Ward doesn't save you. Like if I jumped off and just hit hit the ground, I would
Yeah, so
still
it can't
die,
prevent
right?
an instant kill.
Mhm.
So
Right.
in order to instantly die due to damage, it not only has to do your entire HP,
Let's do double.
it has to do at least your max HP after downing you. So like if you have 80 hit points and you're at
Jumping
4,
off would
it has to
do
do 84 hit points to instantly kill you.
Okay.
which jumping off of this would do.
Would do.
And so the cloud giant that was originally
8400.
on you, now that Count Thulin has changed his direction, is actually going to go over to Nephis.
I need to roll.
And that first attack is going to be a 16 to hit.
Shield.
What does that make your armor class?
Wait, no, I lied. I have 11. I'm not gonna use shield.
Okay, so it's going to be a 16 then, and a 28.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first attack, 5, 8,
Have you been hit
16.
yet though, or no? No.
16 points of piercing on the first attack,
Uh-huh.
followed by
Oh, you're
16,
fine.
24, 32 on the second.
Yeah, you're fine. now. Oh god.
Okay.
And I have to roll con saves for my
For
hold on the
both
demon.
attacks, yes. So on the first one, you have to roll to beat a 10.
Oh my god.
11 plus.
Okay. On the second one, you have to roll, because you took, what, 32? You have to beat a 16.
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
Or 21, actually.
Both of them hold. Misery, your turn.
Well, right
Here
off
we
the
go.
bat, I'm gonna use second wind.
Bonus action, second win.
Yeah.
Okay.
But see what it says this though? So it says I can regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus
What's
my
your fighter level? Yep.
So it's this plus 8 then?
Correct.
Right? Oh, okay. Okay. I got 15 health there.
Okay. After taking a monstrous hit from this morning star that you just watched down Varys, you take a second. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna shoot her twice with my revolver.
With your revolver or with Chimera?
Well, I'm gonna swap because I don't have to use a bonus action for that. So first I'm gonna use my revolver with sharpshooter, but I'm also gonna use Deadeye for that. And then the next shot's gonna be my revolver, but it's gonna be the ram.
Because that's the second shot. Correct. Okay. So roll the first one.
I'm also using sharpshooter. I don't know if I said that.
Okay.
Please kill her.
10
dude.
plus.
Her AC's a 19.
Oh yeah. So that's
First
I'm
one
on the
misses.
shield
well,
back.
because I can roll again.
Oh,
To the
Wait,
start
wait,
of
wait,
the
no,
next
he's the start of the next turn.
turn. No, to
No,
the start of Sansuri's
Yeah,
next
her
turn.
next turn.
Oh, fuck.
Oh damn. Okay. Okay, 13 plus. What is that? Oh, that's 20. No, 13 plus 4 is what? Oh, that's 17. That's gonna miss the first shot. I don't know. Fuck, this sucks.
Yeah, both will miss.
Well, no, that's for my one revolver, not
Gotcha,
the rim.
because you did that.
Yeah.
Okay. So roll the second one.
I've got 5 HP.
Is it plus my
After
revolver
that.
modifier?
And you're down.
Right. So for my, okay, so it's 19.
Does it have at the top of it like a this has a plus? Okay,
No.
yeah, then yes,
So 19.
that hits.
Okay, now she has to roll a dex save.
She rolls a 3.
A 3?
Correct. That is what I.
Okay, so she missed. Okay, so she, I'll have to roll 4d6 fire damage, and then
Oh.
she's gonna get knocked back by 15 feet.
Wait, that's to the ground, right?
Oh well, we want her dead anyways.
No, that's I'm happy. Yes, please push
roll
her.
damage.
Does that push her out of the building?
We will have to see.
Oh, like into the hole?
Out of the window,
Out
the
the
shattered window.
Oh.
That would actually help us out so much, though.
Technically, it pushes her into the throne, but
Oh.
there isn't 15 feet behind the throne, so the throne's a movable object.
That whole thing going,
We'll figure this out. We'll figure this out. There's gonna be
the
a
poor
roll on
village
her
below
end.
this. Dude, the poor village below this,
Giant
dude.
Fucking missing legs.
No, you have a lake below you.
Okay, yeah.
So if a cloud giant falls into a lake and no one's around to hear it, did it really happen?
It
Dude,
was
someone go scuba
just
diving in the
13
hut.
points of fire damage.
What is this?
13 points fire damage. What about the bullet?
A giant throne with giant.
Oh, I
You're
do the
recording
bullet too?
himself.
Yes. So the ramp adds
GoPro.
additional fire damage.
He's so fucking zoomed in on
I don't know what else to add, just my revolver.
Just revolver. Yeah,
Oh,
it still
oh,
deals
okay.
revolver
Alright.
damage.
The fish are like.
So 14 plus 13 was it 27 points? It's
Yeah. So okay. Gotcha. Cool. All right. As the ram is fired, you see the flames surround this bullet, kind of like a fiery ram. It impacts into her chest, and you see the storm get thrown with her as she moves into the chair, into the throne. As that bowls over, she tumbles and rolls across the floor.
Opportunity
so she makes her
attack?
way towards the no, because it's not voluntarily.
Oh, yeah.
As she makes her way towards the edge, she's gonna go ahead and make a
Dex
she gets to
saving
decide.
throw.
She gets to decide based on her stats.
Is she
She's gonna
God?
make a strength saving throw.
Dude.
Please choose
Bullshit.
strength. Watch her be like weak as fuck.
No, she
She's
has
a
a
giant.
27 strength.
Wait, did she have disadvantage since she's missing a hand? How's she
Oh
gonna
yeah,
hold
she's
on?
missing a hand. Come on, Ethan. We cut her hand off.
No, I cut her hand off, and now I'm regretting it. Never again will I
No!
try to be cool. She rolled higher on the disadvantage, so she rolled a 16 first and then a 19.
Damn.
So it's gonna
Like two
be a
fingers.
16.
Look at the hole we talked
plus-
ourselves into.
So 22
Jesus fucking Christ.
would be plus 6, 24. She's at 27, so it would be plus.
She's
What?
good.
Sorry, 6, 7, it'd be
She's good.
plus
She
8.
saves.
So, yeah, she saves, and she's holding onto the edge with one arm.
But there's glass
One
in
hand.
that.
No.
Doesn't she cut
No,
her hand
no,
and then
you've
fall?
done enough. You've done enough. You've done enough. You have done quite enough. That is Misery's turn. Varys, you're up. Sansuri is hanging off the edge of Lin Armaal,
Come on.
hanging for dear life.
Take power now. Take power now.
What would you do?
Give us the
I
conjure. You
roll
die.
a death save.
Did you fail or did you succeed?
I failed.
Varys, as you are
I go.
gasping for breath, you feel the air
Oh gosh.
not being able to come into your lungs as there are several holes in your body that
Oh,
the
gosh.
air is escaping through.
Oh my god!
You were pierced with a giant-sized morning star. You have been
Yeah, but
bored.
like straight through.
Well, yeah.
Like a lightsaber.
Dude,
No.
you got one heal off and
You,
just went
you
down.
have
Yeah,
many holes in your body right now that you are bleeding from profusely. It is a painful struggle to breathe. I will say with your natural passive perception, you look out amongst
Or
the
What I do is
open
reload
sky,
it, so I
which
can
is
just use the
it's
fucking name again.
a blurry.
That's true. Whatever.
Flurry of
I'm gonna
storms
send my
and blue
demons
sky
pull
and
their
clouds
fingers
and
off.
shattered glass.
it's like
You see a brief light at the edge of it, and it appears to be coming closer.
welcome to the light, Caroline.
What do you see?
Nevis, you're up.
What do you see?
I still got too much used to.
What would you like to do?
How is she holding on to the edge?
With
of
one
this?
arm.
How is this demon focused on attacking me? Or not demon, this giant that just
Yes.
hit me? I'm gonna command the demon to stand over me, kind of like just to like take his presence away from me, and like I want to be right underneath the demon,
Okay.
and I want him to like challenge this giant, right? That's trying to hit me.
Right.
So I'll go in for my bite and my.
Well, it's not Tanner's turn.
Oh yeah, it's my turn. Fuck. I'm
But you
sorry.
do make that command.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm going to.
Yeah, so like as you're thinking this and commanding and compelling it through your control over this Tanarug, you see the creature's posture turned towards this giant. None of these other giants have been damaged yet.
I know.
Don't worry, guys. I got this. Death save.
I'm gonna cast
In that one.
chromatic orb at a second level on this guy right in front of me.
With my luck, too.
Okay.
Is that disadvantage because of how close I am?
Yes. It would have to be.
Nat 20! What the fuck? Why? I shouldn't have said anything! Well, God damn it.
No, I was considering it. Well, you just then
What?
voiced it and I confirmed it.
Alright. Well, I did it to myself.
That's still good, right?
Yeah, it'll hit. It's, a 19.
That does hit. It does hit this one.
So 4d8. Come on, baby!
You're hitting her, or
No, I'm hitting the one that hit me.
Poultry, you're up next.
Because if I go down, this demon is free range. He's a
Correct.
free range demon.
And Varys is dead and bleeding.
That's,
Oh, don't say
Fish are
down.
friends, not food, but Varys.
6,
Down.
12.
Down.
The Tanner couldn't determine, and it just started eating Sansuri's arm. You think that you're not next? I'm sorry, if that Tanner goes loose, you're food.
Hungry.
22 damage.
No!
My chromatic orb did 22 damage.
Okay. Okay. 22 points of
Dude, convince her to
Fire.
have her men stand
Acid.
down.
acid damage. You got it. Okay.
That's what I
Streaks
should've
across
told her.
kind of like
Just chop her
the inner thigh and
Okay,
just
well, we can
all
chop
this
it up
caustic,
She's-
corroded
she doesn't know what
damage
she is.
across that thigh. That is next turn. Pulcher, you're up. Henrik's on deck.
I want to walk up to the edge that she's hanging off of and just.
You would take attack of opportunity if you do so. You want to risk it?
No, because they hit me with 30s, dude. What's
Correct.
the problem?
That's why I'm asking.
Alright, I'm not gonna move then. I'm just gonna have to shout at her.
She has to
How
roll.
far is she? She's 10 feet from me, right?
Right.
She's 10 feet from me? Alright.
It'll take her action to pull herself out, though, which at least is a good thing for us.
No,
Right.
no. You know what? I'm gonna bonus action Misty Step. And, get in front of her. Fuck that guy.
Wait, how did you do
Fuck.
that?
I have Misty Step.
Yeah. Oh, 'cause you're a paladin?
Because he's a vengeance paladin.
Yeah.
You bitch.
Yeah, fuck you. And I'm gonna get over. I'm gonna look over the edge, and I'm gonna lift up Jotun, or not? Yeah, Jotun, and I'm gonna say, "Tell your men to stop. Give us the conch and the nightstone, and we'll leave your filthy castle. Deny my offer, and I'll sever your other hand clean." And then I want to prepare
That's a
my
good
attack with
intimidation.
extra attack with Great Weapon Master, in the event that she says no or one of her men tries to come and kill me. I mean, unless she can't stop him before, but she can talk, right?
She can.
Yeah.
And you'll have to wait till her turn until she responds.
Alrighty. But I want to scream that loudly so everyone knows.
Okay. Henrik's up.
Okay, I'm gonna have him get right over me, like I'll be underneath his legs, and I just want him to go in for like a bite, and then just try and keep
Yeah.
this dude at bay away from
Go for
me.
it. Make your 2 attacks.
13 plus 7, so unnatural 20 for the bite.
Okay.
18 plus 7 for the sword. So a d8 and then 2d6, and both are plus 4. That's an 8 plus 4. That's 12 damage right there. Max damage, baby. Dude, I'm rolling. I shouldn't say anything because I'm going to roll bad if I say anything. 5.
Okay.
And another 5. That's 14, 12, and 14, so 26 damage from the Tanaruk on this one in front of me.
Okay.
Can he bite his shoulder blade? Like,
No.
damn it. Could you imagine just fucking...
No, he
That would be gnarly. Let me just take your tendons real quick, dude. Don't mind me. Yummy. Yummy snack.
What, if we win this fight, dude?
I don't know.
Okay,
I'm
you
betting
do
on
both of your
different
attacks,
things right
and
now.
the simulacra are up next, which means that they are going to turn their attention
Con saving
all to. Go for
I
it.
rolled a nat 1.
Good. Good.
That was really I don't like how ominous that was. The
Yeah, you're
the
definitely
timing.
done
All
now.
his attacks are going to be at you because he is
What?
currently down. So
What did you do?
it's going to be a 10,
You
No.
can take it, bro.
Why don't you heal me?
7,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's how it feels.
17,
Yes.
and a 16.
No.
Yo, you could survive though. Only
Yeah.
one of them hit. That's
No,
so
no,
lucky.
it's only
take
the Aarakocra. It's not
5
a lot
points
of
of
damage.
piercing
damage.
Yeah, it's not a lot, dude. Yeah.
I thought that was like the Giants. I was like, yo.
Sansuri is up
No, he's
next.
big chillin', dude.
She looks at you
Here we go.
with one arm that she's clutching on. You have the axe raised above you, and she lets go. As she begins to fall, she's going to cast Fly on herself. Because
She has
this
another
motherfucker
one, dude.
now cannot counterspell it.
God damn it, dude.
And so she begins to levitate in the air and looks at you and now responds, no.
Wait, didn't you get opportunity of attack though on her?
I don't know. Like, do I?
Yeah, 'cause
she's
she
let
left
go.
Technically. you
I
do.
wanna take my 2 attack
Technically, you do.
opportunities.
You get
man.
1.
What? What? Man,
Your attack of opportunity is just 1 attack.
That's lame.
Correct.
My prepared action, man.
Oh fuck.
Oh man, neither one of those is gonna be good, bro. That's only gonna be a 9 minus 5 is 4 plus 7 is 11 to hit.
Done.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Now what I need you to do is to make I need you to make a dexterity saving throw while you make this attack.
Oh gosh, dude. This thing's not rolling very high, man. Yeah, that's only a 17 though.
That's not bad.
Okay. You don't fall.
Oh, Jesus.
That
But
would be really
you are
bad.
swinging an axe towards someone who is falling from you. You have a very likely chance of overcorrecting. So what did you roll to attack?
To attack?
Yeah.
11.
11. That misses. And so she's gonna fall. She's
Oh,
gonna cast
yeah.
fly. She's gonna move.
Is her shield still up then or no?
No.
Where is she going?
It just
She
ended.
kind of gets a little bit up to that level, and she looks like she's attempting to ascend. The Cloud Giants are up next, so we're gonna get one moving back up to Pultra.
Oh no,
Is making
dude.
2 attacks. It's going to be a 15 and a 30.
The 30 hits.
They both
12.
hit.
The 15
The
hits
15 meets it.
Nice. So it's going to be 31 on the first one.
Would you want to roll the second one? Or?
Does that knock you down?
No, I'm definitely down. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you feel a giant hand on the back of your shoulder pull you backwards and slam you to the side, and you go skirting across the ground. And he looks over the edge.
Where she was.
Yeah, and sees that she's safe, and turns in your direction.
Oh no, dude.
And begins to walk over, but doesn't have the movement to get there.
Thank
You guys watch as he just gets thrown like a toy. No. One that is on you is going to make an attack. It's going to be an 18
Sayonara, dude.
and a 15.
Misses.
7, 11, 15, 23. What's the damage?
Okay.
No way. You're crazy.
The last one is going to attack the Tannery.
Wait, how much was the 20 what? Sorry.
First one's a crit.
21.
21.
Okay.
First one's a crit. Second one's a 14.
Success, biscuit.
Does a 14 miss?
Otherwise, we're both dying tonight.
14 is his arm
I don't
class.
want that to
Okay.
happen.
And he's got
You
55
better
health
roll a
left.
good one.
So we got 7,
Otherwise, you're gonna get
Uh,
spankings, dude.
9, 14,
I'm sick of this shit, man.
20, 26,
Holy.
28,
Holy.
plus 8.
No,
So
please.
36 on the first one.
37,
4, 12,
49,
18,
72,
plus 8, 26, plus 36.
5.
Is more than enough. He kills the Tannery.
Oh, I
With
thought
both
he was
strikes.
attacking you.
With both strikes, kills the
No,
Tannery,
no, no.
sending it back into the abyss,
You're okay.
and then looks at you and says, "You're next."
Legendary action.
Misery. It is your turn.
Do you have any healing?
You gotta pull out both revolvers and start doing the spin shot, or you and like a cool montage, dude.
What?
Just kill them all, dude. Take them all out.
That would be cool.
Fire bullets.
Throws a gun. That's a badass move,
Is she still? Is she inside now? Or is she still floating outside?
She's floating outside. You can see her.
I'm gonna shoot her
Oh,
with my
she
last
dip
bullet,
It, dip it.
my snake bullet.
Go for
So
it.
I'm gonna attack.
You're gonna poison her ass, dude?
No, it's gonna paralyze her.
Yo!
If she misses her
If she fails?
con save.
Damn, dude. That'd be something
Go
crazy.
ahead and make your
That's
attack
a-
roll.
Can you imagine? I'm out of here.
I just hope it happens. I just hope. Okay.
Really bit those words, didn't you? You roll big?
19.
That hits.
That'll hit, that'll hit, that'll hit. Come on.
How do you know if it poisons her or paralyzes
She has
her?
to
She has to make a
Save.
con save.
Do that in
Yeah.
a second. Roll damage.
Sorry.
Dude,
It's not that
kill
much,
her,
though.
bro. You domer. Domer.
Damn, 7.
Seven
Points of damage.
No pluses? Don't you add something to that? No? Wait.
Dex.
Yeah, you had your dexterity.
Yeah.
No, well, I did have it like D10 plus 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you rolled a 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I rolled pretty fucking low.
No way, bro.
What's her DC?
She has a plus 10 to this roll.
Okay, what?
Ah, brother.
It's a
Roll.
giant.
So she needs to roll what? Less than. What's your save?
Put on.
She rolled a 21.
Ah, rip, dude.
Fucking 16.
Rip, dude.
Damn! Oh, I have one more shot. Oh, wait, if I reload, will that...
Not. Yeah, it takes one of your attack actions to reload the Chimera, or you can shoot with your revolver.
How many giants are there's three?
There's
There's
3
four,
giants in this room.
This is my last bullet.
Must-
So
and
after
one
here,
flying
I'll-
outside of the
And
room.
Sansui flying outside.
Sansui.
And I don't have a bonus action, so I can
2
just
of these
swap.
giants have not been touched.
That's crazy.
Yeah, what's his?
If I swap guns with no
Space
bonus
dude.
action, does
Sit
that count
boy
as
over
with
there.
my sword too, or no?
Huh?
Can that count with my sword? too?
No, just guns. Yeah.
Oof.
That misses. It's a. Oh no, it's a 14.
Just hits.
No, you should run, dude. You
You're not
should
shielded.
run. Take my backpack and run.
What do you have in your backpack?
Jump out the window.
Pixie
dude.
dust that lets everyone fly.
Jump out the window.
In a
Save
pair of
yourself.
old veins.
We're all dead. Save yourself.
2, 7 again. 2 plus fucking 5.
Oh no, dude. Now you're gonna get attacked, dude.
Varys. Roll a death save. Vulture will roll one with him.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Hey. Ooh. Sheesh.
What'd you roll?
I don't want to talk about it, dude. It wasn't a nat 1.
It was a nat 1?
Yeah.
Are you dead?
No,
No, I'm
only
not
that's
dead.
2 fails.
So that's 2
Oh
fails.
my
What'd you roll?
I got a 14.
That's 1 success.
Whew.
Varys, you have a moment to be able to catch one breath. And as you look up, you see Pulcher get thrown across the balcony. You see Misery firing into a storm fueled Countess Sansuri, and Nephis, having lost this conjured demon, standing toe to toe with a giant. This is it. 2 of these giants haven't been touched. They haven't taken damage, and for you, I want you to know from this point moving forward that the thought that crosses your mind immediately is Risvin and how she died under your watch. Your inactivity to prevent this fight from happening also marks every person that dies today under your watch.
Take that guilt, bro, and burden it.
How does Varys compute that as he is dying?
Lays back down.
From pure sadness, pure guilt, instant depression.
That's not a problem solver.
Part of him wants to give up, but he's still gonna try.
So you look back towards that light that you see at the edge of your vision. It's getting closer. For a moment to you, it feels like death coming to embrace you, like a mother embraces a long-lost child, seeking to reclaim what is hers, a life. You've never been so glad to have been so wrong. A sound happens that puts everything in this room on pause. It's not the agonizing roar of a dragon. It is one of fury of a dragon.
Who got free?
The light that is approaching begins to mirror that of a sunlight, a solar flare, and a never seen before yellow-scaled dragon
Lux.
What is that?
is right behind Countess Sansuri as she is floating in the air.
What?
Lux is
This
Lux
yellow-scaled dragon, for all of your guys' understanding, is the size of an ancient dragon.
No, it's
Comes out from the clouds, because there's a brief bit of cloud that's been hiding this light. Comes out from the clouds, and the jaws clamp so fast that just pieces of blood and body fly in every direction before gravity takes its toll, and Sansuri is no more. You see as Crisaro, her Castellan, her protector, her bodyguard, looks out. No! And a plume of fire catches him with arm outstretched as this dragon latches onto the side of Lin Armaal, this yellow scaled dragon with horns protruding in multiple directions as it covers the entire head.
Dragon.
And this divine flare just surges directly where this dragon is. It scorches Crisaro to a crisp, leaving naught but ash and skeleton, which then crumbles onto dirt. Count Thulin, in fear, turns and runs. For what you guys moving forward will only ever have to question. The last Cloud Giant charges. This thing has just slain his leader, his commander, and the Countess. This dragon, as this giant is running with Morningstar in hand, this dragon kind of reaches back with one claw and clutches this giant just straight across the chest. Its claws digging in so deep and pulling this giant, which is now like grabbing at the claws. Blood kind of pooling and bubbling out from his mouth, and just holds it there. For those of you that are conscious with your natural 1 on your death fail, I would say at the moment you are not.
Oh,
You didn't use your death mark that could trigger.
yeah, I did.
You
It
did?
popped right before he went down.
Fuck.
You hear just and just a mangled body is just let go. It slams onto the edge of Lin Armaal before dropping into the clouds below. 3 more cloud giants storm through. Count Thulin is not one of them. The dragon, in just this brief moment, tries to breach its way through, but this space is not big enough to contain its massive form. So it changes. And what stands on top of a toppled throne is a yellow-skinned tiefling
Hey, no way, it's the boy.
who is panting heavy.
What?
Looks at all of these giants that now approach through and start to kind of encircle him. Okay. The wand that he's always used is what he pulls out, not a scepter. And with this wand, he sends up one singular spell, a guiding bolt, which he splits in 3 directions. And it hits each of these cloud giants directly in the chest, brightening them with this color. They all move in his direction, all 3 slamming in sync. He doesn't even bother moving. All you see left is this wand clatter against the ground. He's already teleported, Misty stepped in a different direction, scepter in hand, this rod with this dragon outstretched upon it. He takes that, he's recovering from having casted True Polymorph, and is going to head and in the immediate moment is going to start.
That's a big spell, dude.
That's a 9th level spell, isn't it?
It 100% is a 9th level spell, and he is going to go ahead and cast now an 8th level spell.
Oh, mass cure wounds or whatever.
No.
Oh man.
Someone's dying here. Ethan's not letting us leave this experience without 1 death.
He's going to go ahead and cast Dominate Monster. And you watch as one of the cloud giants begins to kind of like. The other 2 kind of back up, like, what is this thing doing? The cloud giant turns with its weapon and slams it into the skull of the giant standing next to him. Caught off guard, not even prepared. It just caves in, and the cloud giant buckles. These 2 giants wrestle with each other, and while it is dominated, who is controlling it and just kind of like a conductor with an orchestra is trying to move this giant to bend to his will before he's able to get his dominated giant to pick the other giant up and jump into the central hole. and you just hear.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking brutal.
There's a way to go, dude.
I need you to roll a death save for me,
Oh no.
as I do you.
Hey, it's alright. 18.
3. How many death fails do you have? 2?
That's 2.
I got 1 success.
We're in the same spot now.
Nice, dude. I bet you're gonna die before me.
That's rude.
Do you? I'm gonna look.
No, you're
Can
old,
I
man.
speak? Can I speak to Misery?
I don't
Yeah,
want to talk.
you're in,
I'm
like,
gonna
bad
beat it
health.
up.
We need to save our Misery.
He is no. He's gonna. You watch as Lux Everest walks directly up to you,
Nice.
and levitates your body and pulls it towards Varys's.
Oh.
I need you guys to make one more death save for me.
One more.
As he lowers your body.
This is goddamn stressful, dude.
That's our question.
Hey, that'll pass, dude. 11. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Oh no.
He's dead,
Use
dude.
your inspiration.
Is that your?
That's my final.
That is a final for you. Okay.
Oh no.
Lux Everest is going to use an ability that I've given him that he has obtained since.
Resurrection.
No.
Aw.
It is called It's called the King Justice's Decree. It is an ability that, when used, allows him to regain his 9th level spell slot. Because he's doing this, he's going to cast Mass Heal. What Mass Heal is going to do for everyone except for Varys is restore 700 hit points.
Yo, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Who the fuck has that many hit points?
I don't know.
Does it make his body less fucking demolished, at least?
And then,
Which makes me look pretty.
with a... need to see if this is actually...
I can't help but feel a little responsible.
Good. I hope you do.
it is happening. You know, I said I wanted someone to die, but now I feel kind of bad.
Abe's on the DM.
Okay, he is able to take this. So he's actually going to walk up to Varys and cast the spell Resurrection.
Hey!
It's a 7th level spell,
yeah.
and it revives you.
I thought you resurrected one of us at least once in that campaign.
Yep, so you are completely healed. However, coming back from the dead is an ordeal. Moving forward, you take a -4 penalty to all attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. Every time you're going to finish a long rest from this point moving forward, that penalty is reduced by 1 until it disappears.
So for the
Like
next
4 days, dude. That's pretty quick.
I mean, that's
trauma
kinda cool,
recovery,
though.
yeah.
Until you finish a long rest, you are unable to cast spells.
Oh my gosh.
Varys, a life is poured back into you as it leaves. But when it leaves, you stand directly across from the soul of Risvin, Dragonborn companion who is here to usher you into the afterlife. She grabs onto your arm, onto the arm of your soul, and as she's pulling it out of the body, you look around kind of frantically, realizing what is happening. You are dead, and you are moving on. She looks to you. There's no need to fear. Life will move on beneath you, but we go to greener pastures, and an orchard with life abundant.
I can't leave
You must.
my team. I can't leave them behind.
I did not want to leave you behind, but I had no choice.
Varys falls to his knees in tears.
Your soul falls to its knees
Yeah.
in tears. And you look and see Lux Everest grab onto your body and put both hands on your chest, and as he pushes the resurrection spell into your sternum.
In my soul form? Or?
No, your soul form is immediately drawn to it, and Risvin goes, "A second chance. Don't waste it. For me." Woo. And you are... and that's where we are going to end off.
He's back.
My
The
party.
old man didn't die after all. God dang it.
You know,
This is like my third second chance, I feel like. I feel like Varys
Yeah,
died a
bro,
lot.
you're like Varys
With that
is the
being
cat
said,
with
we
9
will pick up
lives.
here next week. You guys have leveled up
Old cat.
level
to level
9.
9.
Hey. going on.
I feel like my party's not gonna be very happy with me kind of.
Oh, I'm gonna kick you straight in the sternum. For
Dude,
that
I
one,
saved
dude.
you, bro. You were being held in the air.
I was fine, dude. I was fine.
And we will deal with this next week. Congratulations.
Shoot.
We died, but we didn't die.
You guys died, but you didn't die.
No, I died.
Yeah,
You
Varys
died. You absolutely died.
He'll tell us all about
because of that, you're gonna have a scar, a permanent scar
Ooh.
that is gonna remain. We'll cover that
Where?
off session. We'll
Oh,
figure that out,
okay.
you and I. But you're gonna have a permanent scar from that, or some form of a permanent reminder of your death.
Oh.
We'll figure it out off session. But for that, everyone, thank you guys so much for another day.
Thank you.
We have run very well over time, so we're gonna have to wrap up quickly. We hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and stay safe.
See you next
We'll
week.
see you next week.